Inside Stone's Gambling Hall in Sacramento, California, you'll find Sammy's Restaurant and Bar. Recognized for its innovative, healthy global cuisine, Sammy's offers menu selections made with local, organic ingredients. Indulgent options like truffle fries, duck tacos, artisan wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, and more, along with an eclectic selection of craft beers and classic handcrafted cocktails. Plus, with 40 big screen TVs, Sammy's is also the perfect place to catch your favorite game. Satisfy your craving anytime, 24/7, tableside or in the dining room at Sammy's Restaurant and Bar at Stone's Gambling Hall.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Stone's Live Poker. We're live.
Whoops.
Act normal.
Yeah,
Right?
this is coffee.
Yeah.
I'm having a great time drinking coffee. Hi.
PLO.
Yes.
It's gonna be good. I'm excited. So
He's P, I'm L. Wait, L, O.
Oh.
I'm probably more O than
I'm pretty
either
these
of
days.
us.
I don't know. We'll see.
I'm
I don't
sure.
know. I'm stoked. We got a good game. Some players coming from out of town. A lot of players
okay.
up in NorCal for the World Series Poker Circuit event. So players had to come through Stones, play some cash games, some four-card poker, real poker.
Yeah.
Not just like hold'em players, poker players.
Right, yeah.
And
Follow me to one.
I can get all
The
fun.
game that's going to be like the main event in 10 years.
God, I hope so. Wouldn't that be good?
Probably won't do that, but it'd be great.
It'd be nice. We're working towards it. Eventually, shows like this and things like that, we'll get everyone warmed up to it.
Right, yes.
Just, branch away, get away from the hold'em, and start playing some real poker.
Agreed, yeah. PLO's great.
Now, if we can only get these, now we're, some split pot PLO's good too. It's PLO 8, we've had that
Yeah,
on
I mean,
the
pretty much
times.
every game, but just like no limit hold'em.
Exactly, yeah. Just everything
Just
but
kidding.
no hold'em. That's it. Yeah.
Be a some deal the whole deck shit. Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Shout
We're
out to-
dealing the entire deck.
The entire deck, yeah.
What's the name? Game
Shout out to
over-
everyone in the chat. Trav, G.
Game over mine.
Game over Ming. What's going
I like
on,
it.
guys?
Game over mine.
Yeah, it's a cool shirt.
so
It's like a
it
Christmas
is.
sweater T-shirt.
Twitch. Yeah, I bought it from Twitch.
It's
In case you couldn't tell.
I'm impressed. I'm
Yeah.
impressed.
So thanks Twitch for having a part of making this shirt.
The Stones Fall Classic's coming up.
Oh, right,
I think
yeah.
toward the end of the month, if I'm not mistaken, 250K guaranteed.
250. I think there's a thing here.
Yeah,
No,
there's
it is. Bam.
Yeah, boom.
250K. I'll Vanna White to your Pat Sajak.
I'm very excited. I'm doing commentary with Jonathan Little. I've never met Jonathan. No, I'm lying. I met Jonathan Little one time. Never done commentary with him. I'm excited to see how that goes. I'm more so excited that Veronica is not doing commentary with Jonathan Little because that's like the biggest thing she hopes and dreams for is like, I just want to do commentary with Jonathan Little, and we shot her down.
And then
so I can
who
sleep
is
at night.
responsible for the Matumbo on that one? Like,
Yeah,
is that a Justin thing?
That's a
Yeah.
Justin thing. That's all Justin. He gets all the credit and the blame. So, let's get down to the table and take a walk through the players.
Who we got?
Seat 1 is Mike Hemmings. A lot of these players are out of town. Mike looks somewhat familiar to me. I think I played a lot of tournament poker with him. I can't say that I've played much, if any, cash, let alone PLO. So I don't know what we should or should not expect out of Mike. Either way, but we love having him here, and 4-card poker for the nuts.
Yes.
One of my favorite human beings in the world, the NorCal PLO prodigal son, Julian Galvan, aka the NorCal Jew, as you might find him on Twitter.
That's great.
And I'm not saying every cat person is a serial killer, but every serial killer is a cat person. So we can expect big things out of Julian tonight.
Like, is that allowed? That's not even a picture of him.
It's fine. There's some semblance there.
Let's check the rules on that one.
Yeah, Julian now resides in Vegas. He plays all the biggest and baddest and worst, drunkest PLO games that you can find in Vegas. So, but we're happy to have him back here in NorCal, his hometown, and excited. We expect him to play bad for us.
Thank you in advance.
Taylor M. He's by way of I want to say it was Georgia. Someone said. So
Okay. No, to somebody. I think somebody. Taylor's a first time timer friend from Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah, there.
Thanks to the chat.
Taylor from Georgia. Anyone who's traveling around for PLO games, you got to assume he's going to be pretty well versed in the game.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what Taylor's going to do. He's got position on Julian. That's going to be good for him. A little problem for him being out of position, though, against...
I was going to say, I'm looking at the guy on his left.
Yeah, to his immediate left in seat 4, Mr. Matthew Holtzclaw. Sacramento's other PLO, prodigal son, if you might say.
I think if you've ever played any non-Hold'em game, you've seen him. He's playing.
Exactly.
Also Hold'em games too, but
poker games in general.
Yeah.
He is Matthew, and he is poker. Mike D in seat 5, tacos. You know what?
Those look really good.
That's actually like the serial killer litmus test. Is hey, do you like tacos? And someone says no, you just back away slowly. Don't make any sudden movements because you just don't know what they're gonna do next.
Yeah,
it's science.
It's science. If you don't like tacos, we have serious problems.
Seat 6, the Wolf. Daryl, this guy, me and him. I don't know. Like someday, I just hope to somehow get square up and get even with the coolers and the beats that this guy has put on me at the poker table.
Oh yeah. Are you gonna just run down, go hop in the game?
Just run in, just try to say, come here, buddy.
Somebody, Justin, let us know when the seat is open. Jake has to get his money back.
Daryl, the Wolf, he is fearless. He does not care. You're not gonna push him around, and he will give you all the action you can handle. Maybe the best seat in the house to his immediate left is Hollywood in seat 7. Yeah. You got position on the Wolf, and that's a good thing. Hollywood is on the tight side of suicide, you might say.
Yeah, I talked to him ahead of time. I tried to give him a pep talk. I said, just get a little crazy.
Yeah,
but,
just do something strange. Do something
but
weird.
He did not seem to respond well to that, so I don't think we're going to see it.
Well, I can't blame him. The last time that it was me and Val, before the stream, we were like, hey, you have such a tight image. Exploit that. Just do us a favor. Next time you pick up a hand 7-8 suited or 6-7 suited, just 3-bet it and just bet every street. And there's someone's gonna have to nut up to call you down.
Right.
So he picks up 7-8 offsuit, 3-bets the balls out of it, and goes all the way and gets his money. And someone flops a straight. He flops a gut shot draw to the same straight. So he's drawing to a chop. And now Val and I are just oh my god, we've ruined this man's life.
You ruined it.
And luckily he got there for the chop. But
he's got a pretty cool Stones Live shirt on.
Yeah, it's rocking. But yeah, and Carrie now in C8. We are playing 8-handed. It is PLO, pretty standard. Carrie's a lot of fun to play with, and she'll give you a little action too. Players adding on chips here, cards coming around. I am told that players have been discussing straddling it up, so it is 5-5. I would not be surprised to see the game bump up to 5-5-10 at some point, or maybe even more. Queen poker, welcome.
Right away, 4 ways to the flop. Gotta love it. Oh wait, 3 ways. Okay, still.
I didn't see who opened up the action here.
It looks like Carrie probably limped a 10 or made it 10. It's in for 10 for that. 2 guys whose hands we do not know. The Wolf.
Wolf bet 100 on the flop. Someone came along. Mike did.
Mike M.
King 5 deuce 4.
What kind of hands are you gonna bet here? I mean, spade draws, maybe high spades.
Also,
so it's weird though, because what
draws.
kind of coordinated hand
6,
you
6,
want
7
those,
spades.
those
combo draw hands.
Maybe a low ace. The spade's got there though. When I say a low ace, I meant a card with a low.
Wolf tables a flush.
Card with an ace. What is that? 6-8.
Looks like 6-8 of spades.
6-6-9-4. Yeah.
6-8-9-4. Good enough.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Goes check river. Wolf's gonna drag the pot. Racing guy 8933. Welcome to the stream. It is 5-5 PLO.
I'm realizing slowly who some of the names in the chat are based off their Twitter names, and then putting them with real life names.
Oh, and that's the hard thing. I'll be out of town somewhere sometimes, or even here, and I'm oh yeah, I watch stream all the time. Oh yeah, and oh I'm racing guy 8933 or something like that. I'm oh yeah, I finally put a name in the face. Some of these people I know very very personally, very intimately. And then I just have no idea who they are in the chat. I'm just who the heck?
Yeah, you've been and they're saying hi to you every time, and you're just hey, what's up?
Hey,
and then you don't know, you don't put that together. You've been doing this longer than I have, but yeah, I'm just thinking, Who is it? Poker B. That's Deb, which I didn't know.
I'm led to believe so. Yeah.
I think it's Deb. At least it's not a verified account on Twitter, so maybe it's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's not verified, it's not even a thing. It's not even real. Coming around.
PLO, four-wheel Phil.
Welcome,
Hello.
welcome.
And by the way, Jake, this is your dad. Thought you knew by now.
Game over ring, by the way, Jake, this is your dad.
That's hilarious either
Dad.
way. If it is your... it would be...
I think the straddle is on here, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like the wolf is straddling up to 10.
The Wolf. A surprise fold by Hollywood there, although we didn't see his hand, but...
Under the gun. It's probably, he had, there were aces, but not the same color, so he had to, throw them away. Julian's going to open up the pot.
You're doing great. What a supportive dad. Right in the chat.
Thanks, buddy.
It's supportive.
Thanks, Pa.
Okay, I was going to say, this is an interesting hand. I'm glad somebody folded it. Ace, that's a good one.
Wolf puts in a 3-bet with the aces. Julian's to make the call in position. Heads up. 5-8-4, 2 clubs. Wolf does not have a club in his hand.
Well, it
Flop
could
pair of
easily
fives.
hit Julian's calling range,
Absolutely.
like in position calling range. We'll see what happens though. Hey, from the other place.
Wolf is going to continue for 135, it looks like. Julian flops straight draw,
Wow.
flush draw.
Yeah, what that kind of hit every part of his
Kinda
hand.
smacks him
holy-
around.
Like
And you see Julian here with 66% equity.
his hand is about as good as it can get without actually flopping a flush or a straight, and then now he has a straight.
And now he has the straight. Now he gets there.
With the flush redraw, so you gotta love it. The cool part for Wolf is I think it's very easy to get away from this.
We can now get away with
But Julian might check behind, knowing that he's probably not going to get very many people to call this turn.
As well as
If you're talking about like extracting value.
Yeah, we can get value from diamonds. We can get value from straights.
Yeah, I guess I'm saying that
Or, I mean,
seeing his hand,
yeah.
knowing that he has no piece of this.
No, not value from straights. We can get value from diamonds. We can get value from worse flushes, but hard. Julian's got 3 clubs in his hand, so it's going to be hard to think
Yeah.
that the Wolf's going to have a flush draw here.
I don't know the Wolf too well, but I just can't see him calling this. I would hate calling this, because what are you going to do? You're going to check the river, and then he's going to bet again, and then you're going to fold, right?
Yeah,
like I just
exactly.
can't. I can see him very easily being able to get away from this.
And
You
we
hate
should-
it though, right?
Yeah, we should be folding. I mean, no matter what, in position might be our only an option. Thing we call if we think our opponent might just check. We just get the showdown. But even then, that's a really optimistic thing that could happen.
I don't necessarily. Well, okay, so I guess I don't hate leading the flop but if you get raised pot or something there, you're never continuing. So I guess you're only losing
It's
whatever
not-
you bet.
It's
so,
not a good flop for dry aces.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's pretty horrible.
Like, I'm not a fan of the bet necessarily. Obviously, it turned out bad. It's easy for me to say, but I don't. The more I think about it, I don't really like. That seems to me, maybe not, but like a somewhat obvious move from some people when you raised pre and then I call and then you just pot the flop, like any flop. That just seems like, okay, you had the best hand pre, probably aces
Yeah.
or something like that, and this board looks really weird. So I think now this is where calling with aces or with not aces is great because you're trying to see a flop.
The only thing that I think about our work, and I'm not positive, how to go about that, is I worry about turning our range face up, so let's say if we 3-bet and then check those kind of flops, then we're pretty much, just might as well lick
You're
the
like
aces
giving
and
up.
stick
Yeah,
them to
sure.
our forehead and let them know that we have
I
the
guess I
big
think potting
overpair.
does the same thing, though. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I guess checking out of position is never like, often big hands will check back.
We can continue small, bet small.
Yeah.
Continue. I don't know.
I mean, if you're just gonna bet fold, I guess you could bet whatever amount and fold to a raise. But I would say often that might go check because if he smashes the flop like he did, he might check there.
I think he's gonna bet straight draw flush draw.
That's true.
Probably, that's knowing the hand. Moving on, Mike's gonna open up the pot, make a pot size open with 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 suit. Mike D is gonna come along, queens
6, 7, 8,
double
9.
suited, ace queen queen 4.
Oh yeah, this could get interesting if Hollywood plays this hand. It looks
Hollywood
like he folded,
elects not to.
I mean, I don't think he should. I don't even think he had one suit, but
No, he folded into the gun. Flop comes Jack 8, 10,
Wow.
2
We're gonna
hearts. Mike D's got a queen high flush draw.
And the gutter.
And the
straight.
gut shot. And the gut shot to Broadway. And backdoor clubs.
And the overpair. But Mike M flops the straight.
Flops the straight.
Great job, Mike M. I think Hollywood would have flopped the straight too. I think if we had.
Yeah, he had the 9-7 as well.
I think so.
Bets 105. Matt is going to make the call in position. Mike D and Wolf Killer. Mike throws away the queen high flush draw.
I think you can. I don't know. I might call one there. I guess he's out of position, but
Now we see Matt's hand. Ace 10 10 deuce double suited. Matt's got the nut hard draw. And middle
oh
set.
wow.
Big flop for Matt H as well. There's 360 in the pot.
You see that call though, right? Like he just called, as opposed to raising. I think if it was the same similar spot, he might like check behind. Wow.
Mike M now bets 2 1/4. I don't see Matt raising. I think it's just a clear call. Matt doesn't want to get blown off his hand or blown off his draw.
Oh,
There's the money card.
Bingo. And you
Front
can
door
already
hearts
see
get
it too.
there.
Mike M looks not happy.
He's going to check it over to Matthew.
Is there an amount you? Oh, he quickly bet 600. Right?
Yeah.
Did I see that right? Oh yeah, sorry. I'm like, I can just move these. Yeah, that's gonna be a pretty easy fold, I think. Maybe not easy. But what do you get called twice with that pots the river?
And we still lose to queen 9.
Yeah, true. We don't even. We have the bottom end of the street. This is,
Yeah.
seems like a fold.
I feel like Matt would bet the queen 9 here, even though like Hart's got there. If he would, he might bet a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
That's 600 here.
I mean, that's all your stack here if you're Mike M, right? He's got. Oh, it says
He's shuffling some
9-7.
green chips there.
Okay, so it's a decent chunk of a stack. I don't think he's gonna. I think he just like knows he shouldn't call. That's why this is taking so long. I don't think he, and it's not taking that long, but. Always have it in Omaha. Yeah, that's actually probably, that's pretty good rule of thumb.
Yeah.
If somebody's potting the river,
If it got there, someone got there.
yeah, if somebody's potting the river, like let's say the worst hand you should call in this spot is like maybe any flush, maybe
Small
like a jack
flush.
high flush or something. I just don't. It was Mike actually bet, Matt called, so it was 3 ways to the flop. First position checked. He called.
There's the call.
Yeah,
Mike
well,
makes a call, and Mike D sees how good it was for him to throw away the queen 4 of hearts.
Yeah, in retrospect, it's good.
Yeah.
I guess I.
Gotta give yourself a little pat on the
heads,
back. You know?
heads up. Maybe I play that hand. He had an overpair with.
It's hard for him to overcall.
flush.
Overcalling out of position
Yeah.
with not drawing to the nuts there can get very, very
Yeah.
costly.
I got confused too because I think I thought he had the ace high, and then I realized he only had queen high hearts. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ace high backdoor clubs, but big pot for Matthew.
Yeah, great job, Matt.
Poker Pro Eric, Frenchie78, welcome to the stream. Flop action was bet call. I was going to say it was like bet 1.
Yeah, I think
bet
it was
10
three
bet
play bowl,
105,
check,
yeah.
bet, call.
Yeah,
Turn was bet, call,
yeah. River,
and then check,
bet,
pot,
call.
call.
Rick and Barstow, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yeah, welcome, guys.
Chips,
It's pretty
table
awesome.
11.
It's nice to see so many people turning out for PLO.
There's some good humans out there in the world.
Yeah.
There are. I mean,
This is why
despite the
I
things
like
you see
this
on
crowd.
the news, despite all the limit hold'em players in the world, there are good people out there that play, some pot limit hold'em.
Yeah.
Or pot limit Omaha.
Frenchie, he had a straight. He flopped the bottom end of the straight and did not want to let it go. I do not. That was all he had, though.
Sometimes we just get stubborn.
Yeah, well, PLO's a weird game.
And then at the
It
same
does
time,
it to you.
I mean, Matt could be bluffing that card, I guess.
Drew, of the people at this table that are capable of potting that river with worse than what you have, yes. I think that for me the key is that he called 2 bets.
Yeah.
What is it? I mean, what is it calling?
Anything if he had any other kind of showdown value, like if he just had his middle set there, a set of tens, he'd probably be content once hearts got there to check back,
yeah,
back
exactly.
and just show down the set. I mean, unless you think that Matt's going to specifically try to turn a set or two pair into a bluff to try to get someone to fold a straight.
Yeah.
But when I said that might be, most players are just going to check back if they don't have the flush there. I would like to think so. But then again, I don't know. I've been known to pay people off too.
No, it's not yet. That's an important thing. I don't think I don't think everybody's always folding there, and it's very easy for me to say he should fold when I'm seeing the cards.
Yeah, we can see the cards. Flop queen 9, 2 spades, Hollywood, inside straight draw, king high flush draw.
Gutter straight flush draw.
And yeah, the gutter straight flush.
I mean, that's really the strength of this hand. The gutter straight flush draw.
Matt's gonna bet 70. Pretty naked here.
This is the kind of reason why Matt probably gets called in that spot too. It's just like he's betting. It's a unique bet, but I guess if everybody's going to check to you, it is a scary board too.
Well, and I think he knows Hollywood is tight, and Hollywood's capable of folding pairs here. So Matt just kind of like, okay, like I can print money just by putting some money in the pot.
Oh wow.
Hollywood turns king high flush.
But he probably isn't going to feel super great. Like it's weird because seems like a hand where Matt could probably still win it. Although he's got the nut flush.
Not anymore. Hollywood leads for 200, and Matt can't get rid of his cards fast enough. The old, like, I was just kidding.
If there's anybody that's going to fold a nut flush on a paired board
it's Hollywood.
to pressure, it would probably be Hollywood. Yeah.
If Hollywood's deeper, then the hand
That's
might
what
play
I
out
mean.
differently. But
Hey, Val Cross Poker.
V-Cross Poker.
In the joint. In the joint.
Speaking of degenerate 4-card poker players.
Yes! I was like, Val, are you playing this game? No. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it all depends, if I can make bail by the time the stream starts.
Right, yeah.
V-Cross Poker.
So Matt is the big winner so far, thanks to that one hand. But we're only like 5 hands in at this rate, right? It feels like we're only 5 hands in. Am I wrong?
It feels about right.
Yeah.
The straddle is on, so 5, 5, 10, 3 blinds, 4 cards, 8 players, and a lot of bad decisions.
8 players and a lot of bad decisions. Gotta love it. Taylor playing this first hand. 20? Is he min raising there? 25.
Open
Okay.
to 25.
I guess that's a reasonable open, but it's not really going to change much. People who are going to call are still going to call. Oh.
King, Queen, Jack 10, 3 hearts. Carrie's gonna make the call from the big blind. King 9, 8, 7 with 1 suit. Mike's gonna come along as well. I think Mike added on after paying off Matthew. Flop comes Queen, Jack 5 with 2 spades. 2 pair and an open-ended straight draw for Taylor, who was our pre-flop aggressor.
It's a pretty easy bet.
Yeah, with no spades in our hand, we can get a lot of value from flush draws.
I don't see Carrie continuing.
Now we see Mike hands Ace 7, 7 deuce.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's continuing. Actually, Taylor's going to win the first hand he played.
And Taylor pops
What a loose
his
call.
Stones
You know
Love
what?
Cherry.
Yeah, great job, Taylor. Somebody said in the chat, what a loose call, King 9, 8, 7. I feel like, I'm not even saying it's a good idea, but I think sometimes people look at cards that are connected, even 3 cards that are connected, and it's just like a weird hand like that.
You made a comment about about his open sizing there. I mean, we're getting a pretty good price.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it won't be the first time we say this. Equities run so close in PLO. I mean, it's probably an even money call. I mean, hardly we're out of position there.
Right.
But
I mean, you're already in for the big blind too.
exactly.
So it's just 15 more to call to
15
win
There's already
75.
There was already one other caller. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not too bad.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's not a terrible call. It's also a very, I mean, this is the kind of thing that'll get you into trouble probably, but it's a very easy hand to get away from.
Yeah,
right? Like that hand, you have to hit a very specific flop
Yeah.
to continue, and if you don't get it, you're folding, and you took your shot for your, what is it?
$15,
Your
yeah.
10 to, you're like
Getting 6 to
7 to 1 or
Yeah,
whatever.
7 1 6 7 1. Yeah.
Playing out of position the entire. True. That's the point, Frenchie. Is you got to kind of smash that flop in order to continue, or hope that everybody misses to where you get a check, to a couple things. But
Matt's gonna open here to 35. Carrie's gonna make the call out of the small blind. Jack 10, 8, 6 double suited.
I'm not saying you should play it either. I'm just saying I can see why somebody would play it in that spot.
if I was their attorney, I can make a case.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
If
Which
the,
in our seats we often are.
if the open isn't joking, I was trying to rhyme it like some Johnny Cochran type thing.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
If
I
the open
just
isn't
stopped before I even started. If the open isn't joking,
Yeah, and then we ran out of material.
then you ain't floping. I don't know.
Decent flop here for Mike. He flops a pair inside straight draw and a queen high flush draw.
Julian has a straight,
Julian flops the nut,
but you kind of.
and Carrie has 2 pair, top 2 specifically. Matt was our original aggressor. Can't see what he has here, but everyone flops something. Julian's gonna lead into Matt. 4-6-8 with a suit. His board's gonna get checked back a lot. So Julian figures, okay, if I check here to Matt, trying to check raise him, he's probably just gonna check back. I'm gonna lose value here. So he's gonna lead into Matt. You see donking in PLO much more than you're gonna see it in Hold'em.
Yeah.
In Hold'em, which is like next to never optimally. In PLO, because the game runs so nutty sometimes. 4-6-8, 4 ways. Heads up, Matt might put a bet in, but 4 ways, Matt's always, unless Matt smashed that, he's always checking that flop back. So Julian correctly leads, Matt correctly folds.
Yeah, you also get an interesting spot too, where if you don't bet there, yeah, you're going to get a lot of checks, check through, and then the pot's going to be very small when you try to bet.
And we
the turn.
don't want to give a free card to clubs. Julian does bet 110. Carrie does call. Mike calls as well. Oh no, Mike's going to just put it in.
I
There we go.
don't hate that. I mean, you've got
You got
like
the world.
you got a gutter, right? You have 5, gives you the same straight, but you got the flush draw.
And the reshove here from Julian
And now Carrie's
should let Carrie know where she's at in the
gotta
hand.
get away. I think she's already folded before the camera even got to her.
We can run it up to 3 times here.
Yeah, well, as long as you see a flop, right? You can.
Anytime.
I thought it's.
I'm not sure.
Oh, maybe 8-handed you can do it. The 5 comes and gives them the same straight. It only gets better for Mike.
And Mike finally then he makes a flush.
He turns a chop and then rivers the win. And
Clubs get there a second time. That's a scooper.
Hits it twice. Technically, he won 2.5 times because he earned the chop on the turn, right? Like maybe he didn't
earn the chop.
I like
on the
right
turn.
away he's chopping. Very first card. That's you gotta hate that feeling. It's one of the fun and painful things about PLO. I think when you flop a straight like this with no flush redraw.
Yeah.
It's like. If I have thought about in spots like that, like, can I just, like, I have the nuts right now. Can I just fold because I have, like, no redraw and it's going to cost me so much money? In this particular case, it's not going to cost you that much money. But what if Matt had hit a piece of that too, and then suddenly you got 3 or 4 people in for like $1,500 each?
Yeah,
and
stack deeper, so and if Julian leads, Matt raises, and then Mike reshoves.
You're just like, do I really want to play this? Like, I have the nuts. I have the best hand right now, but you could maybe find a fold in a spot where you don't have the redraw.
Yeah, when it's very likely you're getting free rolled by someone who's either got the same straight and a set, the same straight and a flush draw, something like that. I believe the last PLO stream a spot just like that came up, and that was a discussion that me and or myself and Bart Hansen were discussing, and that was in PLO 8, a little bit different, but kind of the same thing. Okay, like we have the nut high, but with no low draw. Is this a spot where we could actually fold the nuts? At that stack depth, I think ultimately you decided in that hand it wasn't correct. It would not have been correct to fold the nut straight in that spot. But you do run spots where if stacks are deep enough and you get this crazy action, there's a decent chance you're getting free rolled. I mean, you got to have some really clean runouts just to chop. In which you can make a strong case where you should just fold the nuts.
Yeah, and when you know too that you don't have what was it? If you're playing 3-handed, you don't get to run it twice, right?
Correct.
So if you're heads up, at least then maybe you end up making slightly more aggressive plays because you know you can run it twice.
Yeah.
Whereas at 3-handed, you can't really do that.
We see Ozzy, Azan, Wizard of Oz, playing the role of Railbird right now. No doubt asking his buddy Matt to knock someone out so he can get in the game.
Mike's going to have to be pretty lucky to leave with money. You know what, though? I think Mike's move seems pretty standard. You have a flush draw. You have, like, a gutter straight draw. Like,
Poker Pro Eric, Julian did not muck the nuts. Julian flopped the nuts, and then they ran it twice, and Mike made a flush both times.
Yeah, queen high flush, right? Or I guess the king came one time, I think.
Yeah, king.
He did not have the nut clubs, though. So maybe that isn't like a standard move for everyone, but I guess if you're an aggressive player and you have a piece of that flop and Julian already put like 150 in, you can pot for 400 or 500, and maybe he folds. I mean,
Well,
in that case, he had the nuts, but maybe he can fold a draw if he doesn't. If he has like a jack high clubs or something like that.
Well, if you're Mike and you with that hand, you flop that board. You just get, and with
just go
your
nuts.
stack, you just get the money.
Yeah. Some people do that with PLO. You play a little bit shorter than everybody else. He's only got, what does he have, like 700? No, I guess he's got 5, 9, like 1,000. No.
Now it is, yeah, about 11 and change.
Yeah. But that's
$10
after he
straddle
won
is
the
on.
hand, though. True.
Yeah. Matt opens up to 35 with the ace, queen, jack 8 double suited. Gets called by the Wolf, Carey, and Taylor. 4-way to the flop. And it comes king 10-4 rainbow. Matt has got the Broadway wrap with backdoor spades.
Well, it's a pretty easy flop for Matt to bet. Oh, wow, Taylor. Taylor's got
flatted.
the backdoor spades, but I don't think spades are going to get there considering everybody has spades.
Taylor flatted the aces pre out of the straddle. Unimproved.
Gets away.
Gets away.
100, 100, 100. I don't know if I don't know. I might not fold to that.
I don't know. Multi-way adversary is already a bet and a call.
Yeah.
Turn is the ace of diamonds. Matt now makes Broadway.
The Wolf also has Broadway.
Wolf also gets there.
So we'll see if Carey's probably not continuing anyway, so I feel like this is going to be a chop. If Wolf calls or raises or whatever, Carey's just going to fold, Matt's going to get it in, and then they're just going to chop it up. Taylor just flatted with aces. I didn't see the rest of his hand. Did he have he had suited aces with spade, but I think in PLO it's fine.
The 9
To
was
flat
kinda
with
take-
aces,
the 9
yeah.
was just-
You flat with aces and you see a flop, right? If you make a huge pot, not only are you going to get bet off the flop a lot because, you check and they make it like 200, you can't really continue with a lot of flops.
I'm okay with it.
I think a lot of people. Well, no, yeah, I think limping's fine. I also think Taylor could be taking
He
it.
was in the straddle. He just flatted out of the straddle.
Yeah, I see no problem with that.
The Wolf makes it 1,200 to go.
Yeah, there's no way Matt's getting
Matthew
away from
says a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Take your money back, kids.
that. Yeah. Matt seemed to have a little hesitation. Maybe that was because he was just like, well,
I think we're
maybe
trying to
I'm
figure
getting
out
free roll.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
Whether he's got
yeah,
diamonds or
fair
not.
I play PLO. This is Game Over is trying to figure out if Waprai is human, apparently, or artificial intelligence. It's pretty-
Waprai is AI.
Yeah. Unrealistic, disqualified. I like how the thoroughness of this thing. It wasn't like a re-raising ace-ace. Yeah, I think re-raising ace-ace there. If you can get your whole stack in pre, or like a big chunk, like it, and make it kind of squeezy.
You can 3-bet there.
Yeah, I think you can.
3-betting's fine.
The pot's big enough where if you win it right there, I mean, you're rarely going to win it right there in a cash game. If it's like 25, 25, 25, and you make it 150, you're probably going to get like.
The also key is because there's already a couple callers, and because Matt raised under the gun in that hand.
Yeah.
It's very like, and Matt's not just going to raise under the gun and fold to a 3-bet.
Right, he's gonna flat-
He's going to flat everything, which is going to bring everyone else in. So now we're now playing a bloated pot out of position with some pretty shitty aces.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just it creates a mess.
Oh yeah, nice.
This isn't Hold'em, kids. We don't just lose our mind with 2 aces.
Hey, you know what? What is that?
What am I
Waprai
saying?
was just mentioning.
Why are we helping people? Kids, lose your mind with aces.
Yeah, go nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, yeah, we are helping.
Just
why
keep
are we
saying
helping
keep
people?
saying pot until they fold or you improve.
But the good news is that me helping you is almost like not being helped. So
Hey, I don't know. I don't know. I'm doing much better.
no, there's
It's a
an
lot of fun,
Omaha. Yeah, there's an Omaha Hilo tournament. Waprai was talking about in the chat during the Fall Classic.
Yes.
No PLO tournament. You know what? Justin had PLO tournaments, and then no one showed up for him, and now we don't have PLO tournaments anymore. It was like what? Like third Saturday for $100 every 2 Saturdays. It was like 08 and then PLO.
I don't know. That's my drinking day. I can't tell.
Yeah. So if you busted out of the 120 or whatever, yeah.
The poker boss in the chat. What's going on? Mr. Jonathan McCormick wants to play some PLO with me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Sean McCormick. Wait, he's in here? Don't you have like poker masters to tend to or something, Sean?
V-Cross poker points. Yeah, you can flat ace is fine, but I prefer to play when you're out of position. He was out of position.
Yeah, he even hits upset. Right. So folding. I mean, if he had continued, he probably would have lost some money. or at least been tempted to lose some money.
Mike's going to open up the pot. Ace, Jack, 8-8 double suited. It's called by the Wolf and Mike D. Mike D's got a pretty little hand, 5, 6, 7, 8 with one suit. Flop comes 3, 6, 5. Top 2 for Mike D.
The Wolf.
The Wolf flops a straight. Got the wrong end of it.
And see, Mike D has open-ended and 2-pair.
And 2-pair.
Which I would prefer to have, obviously. Multi-screening the Poker Masters. Nice. Let's see. Sonica. We're supposed to give a shout out to Sonica because it's not in real time. Why would we be recording?
Wolf is going to lead into Mike. Mike gets away. Mike M, I should say. Now here comes Mike D with his hand.
Yeah. I don't think either one of these guys is going to go anywhere because I can't imagine you're ever going to fold this hand. And there's a lot of turns. Oh, well, there you go.
There's one.
Actually, that kind of sucks. Doesn't it?
3-pair now for Mike D.
This actually makes it possible for him to fold, I think. It's very weird.
We improved.
Yeah, but like not really improved. You already had 2-pair, and you still have the same.
3-pair now. We have more boathouse.
You still have the same straight draw. Now it's even more likely you're chopping because the 7 gives all these cards you have in your hand. I don't know.
That is 205.
I think you just hate it because not only is that now there's diamonds too. You don't have a 4. I suppose it would take a very aggressive player, but like maybe you could pot here and get him off of the worst straight. But I'm just saying, like, it's like you'd have to be super aggressive to even begin to think about that kind of thing. But
Mike makes a call.
He called.
There it is.
And he gets paid. Wow.
6 is full of 7s.
The sick part is
this gets checked back, so I think Mike's got a lead here.
Yeah. If you check here, you're not getting any more money. Although we've been surprised before.
Lead for 500.
Oh, wow. Snap called.
And that's the
That's a pretty big bet to snap call. But maybe he just assumes who's going to call 200 with 3-pair.
Or he just made his mind up on
he could have had a set, too. Like, I don't know. 500 was actually a pretty big bet. There was only like 750 in the pot.
Yeah,
so
decent sized bet.
I guess if he's thinking, oh, he didn't say pot, maybe it's like a tell or something. It looks like people are going to get paid off on the river, though. So far, we've had 2 for 2. chances for somebody gets there on the river and then gets paid off.
1,000.
And that's the same thing. Somebody flops a good hand, they can't get away from it. They flop a straight, can't get away from it. Yeah, I don't think... I would consider calling 3-pair if there were like more people in the hand, right? Because then the value.
He still has a straight draw as well.
Right.
I mean, he draw a
yeah,
big,
the 7 was
straight. Terrible.
Well, it's like it was such a like it looks great, but it was so bad because not only it improved the other straight, but I don't know. I didn't. It's just like one of those things. It kind of sucks. Let's just say this is why PLO is so much fun, because the possibilities are endless.
It really is.
I want to get paid off on the river. Oh, you have to bet. You can't check. If you're calling 205 and then hit your hand and check, and he checks behind, you're just like, what did I even do that for? Yeah, like, why didn't I just fold? Oh, sure. I mean, that's funny. You're like, we're like predicating a lot of this on what the people are doing, right? If that makes sense. Like, yeah, just if you know you're going to get paid off, call 3-pair every time on the river. Especially if you can just pot for, like pot for ridiculous. Yeah. It's not even really pretty. I don't even think it's that pretty. I didn't like his hand. Like
I
that
don't
7,
know. You give me
the
4,
7 really messed me up.
4 cards. I think everything should look good.
That's what happens to a lot of people.
4 quad draws.
I usually, if I'm playing PLO, I'm like sitting, waiting for a spot where there's like a lot of money in the pot and I have a draw, or I just have like a really good hand. And I often find it interesting to see like what I get called with. Like I think I like potted, like I made a huge bet one time on the turn or something. I had a set and a nut flush draw, and I got called by a lower set, and it was just like, okay, cool, thanks. Like sometimes it's just interesting.
Mike D's gonna flop top set here.
And if you're gonna flop top set, that's a hell of a board to flop top set on.
The problem is with a 9 in his hand, it's gonna be really. I mean, we get value from the Jack 10, but.
Well, Wolf has a set.
Oh, Wolf flopped a set as well? Yeah, flop bottom set. There we go.
Yeah.
The Jack on hearts comes off. Brings a flush draw. Also completes the
Bets the pot.
10-8,
It's gonna
King
call.
10 straight draw. Bet call.
Call. I mean, it's just it's
And
probably.
Wolf's got to hope that it does not pair the board. Oh my
Wow.
God, here we go.
Is Wolf gonna pay off a bet? It's only 365 in the pot. If he called
You
125,
might see bet raise
Mike
here.
T just like you think he's gonna. I mean, you might be right. I
Nope,
say no
bet
way he's
call.
ever raising, but he just snap calls again, and it's yeah two. He
see
is
there?
not loving it. He's not loving it. I didn't mean to laugh because I feel bad. He's in pain, but twice already. I mean, that's again. There's a lot of things that aren't great in PLO, like bottom set.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine in the same way when you're just like, hey, how you feeling? I'm fine. I'm
like
fine.
bottom set in PLO
Like-
is like the equivalent to flopping like top pair with a crap kicker and hold them. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, we have.
right. Where
we
you're
have
like
top-
check calling the
we're
entire
probably
way,
good.
and then
yeah.
people are getting massive value with bigger sets. Yeah. I agree. Yeah, the deuce is already dead. Obviously, he doesn't know that, but yeah, not a good round. Wolf is. I wanted to make a cry wolf type joke, but
Oh.
maybe not.
Too soon, too
yeah,
soon.
too soon. He won't hear it for 30 minutes, right? No, wait, he'll hear it right now. He doesn't do it. Damn it.
Interesting poker news, non-poker news. Angry Polak, our co-host Veronica, who got deported to Poland, they deported her back. He's like, no, you have her
So
back.
she got reported.
Re-deported.
Redeported.
Yeah, deported squared. Like, and now she's back. Like, it's just so awkward.
Congratulations.
And she was already like blocked from Canada, so she couldn't go back to Canada.
Wow, what
And
is
so
she
now we
doing?
have-
Like, is this some kind of international?
We can't say that on air. Like, what's going on?
It's like a Carmen San Diego-ish type thing.
Yeah, it's
like,
really bad. But she's back here in SAC, so looking forward to having her back in the commentary booth soon. I mean, what do you do? I mean, you get kicked out of the States, you're not allowed to go back to Canada, and you get kicked out of Poland. I mean, are people so
yeah, like
fleeing?
Poland. I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah, I don't know.
No offense to any of our Polish listeners.
You got to be true boss to get deported back. How long? She couldn't have been in Poland for that long either.
I think she lasted like about a week.
Okay.
And then
Hey,
it's like-
what are you doing here? But yeah. Wow. So it's Stones Live 5-5 PLO.
Playing with the $10 straddle.
All the homies in the chat, and some new homies. Yeah, has there ever been a VP stat through
We have it now.
Stones chat? We do? Oh
Yeah,
wow,
We can VPIP.
sick.
King
Oh,
9
going nuts.
4.
What did Wolf? Whoa. Oh, two pair.
Julian's gonna give him some action. Wolf's King 10's good.
Yeah, it makes a full house. King 9.
King 9 good, sorry.
Wait, what is happening? I mean, I guess I get Wolf's bet. I think a lot of times people do that. They just like, if it's like not a flush and not like a really straight type coordinated board, they just go nuts with two pair.
He didn't have that
But
much back.
he also was kind of short, so. Best way to get a commentator fired today. What's that? Oh, drinks to the booth. I mean, I'll take a coffee.
Coffee sounds good. Coffee always sounds good to me. And it's like that weather's turning now finally. It's like not, it wasn't.
Now it's
it
a lot
wasn't-
more reasonable. When
Yeah.
when it's like summer and the person at Starbucks or whatever coffee place you go to is like hot or cold and you're like hot.
Yeah.
And they look at you like, you're insane.
Like, well, it's your fault for asking.
Yeah. Well,
This is what you get.
it's like, for me, that's the same thing when you, I mean, I haven't done this in a long time, but if you go to Wendy's and you order a Frosty and they ask you if you want vanilla or chocolate, you're like, there is no such thing as a vanilla Frosty. I know they make them and they call them Frosties, but that's BS.
This
Frosty
is
is
all new to
only
me.
chocolate.
Really?
Well, I mean, because it was only chocolate for years and years and years, and then they started making vanilla ones.
This is completely new to me.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not a.
Dropping mad
I'm not
Wendy's
Frosty,
knowledge.
yeah, like
I mean,
savvy.
it's like ice cream in a cup. Some people dip fries in it. Yeah. I mean,
Open here to 35 from Mike M. Gonna get called by Taylor M.
Wolf's up in there.
Wolf's got the old 7765
And the small
rainbow.
blind too. So it should be Frosty. Frost is white though. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I'm gonna agree. So like, I'm gonna play a game called Which Call Do I Like the Least? Probably the small blind call, but Carrie's is also, at least Carrie has flush outs. But again, it's like your hand is not really super coordinated. There's nothing like what flops are you?
We don't love anything.
Yeah. I mean,
Flop is king 8-3, 2 clubs. No one has clubs. It's gonna check over to Mike, who was our original aggressor.
I mean,
he bets 80 with a king queen 10-4.
6 high flush. Woo. I think he's gonna take it down here. Yeah.
Easy game.
I mean, at least Carrie, if you're gonna call with these hands it's very easy to get away from them, so you're not losing huge pots, but you might slowly bleed off 20, 30 bucks here and there.
Well, and if you catch spades, if you play a big pot with that hand with spades, then we're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. How good can you possibly feel if you go nuts and somebody snap calls you and you have like a 10 high flush or 6 high flush? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't put a ton of pressure on people. I think PLO is very much about pressure, right? And how comfortable you can be putting pressure, right? So one of the things that helps you is being on the button, a great place to apply pressure, but also having like a lot of cards that can help you, right? So if you're going to make a huge bet, you know that there's like half the turns are going to be great for you and like 2 of them are going to be shitty for you. You know what I mean? That could, excuse me, not great for you.
Suboptimal.
Yeah. Sorry. I know people are busy getting
who cares?
muted in the chat.
Hollywood makes a call with the queen 9-8-6, 3 clubs. Carrie, king, queen, queen 9, 3 hearts. She's going to make the call, or she's at 3-bet?
It
was a limp pot?
It's an improvement. Raises.
She opened a 40.
She raises.
Okay, so she's the original aggressor. It's limp pot. So Hollywood just completed the straddle, open from Carrie. Mike's going to call.
Mike is
Jack 10
probably
6
calling.
4,
Yeah.
double suited. And Jack 4-3, 2 pair for Mike M. Carrie's got the overpair, and backdoor hearts that she's blocking herself with.
Yeah.
She's gonna lead 75.
Carrie has white magic.
Probably gonna see a little
bet
pop
call
here
or?
from Mike.
Oh no, he raised.
Should raise
75 to 200 or 150.
to 200. Quick call from Carrie. Carrie now churns her heart draw, as does Mike. Mike
picks up a lot though too, because a 5 now gives him a straight.
Oh, now picks up the inside straight draw.
But I mean, again, you're never loving this 6 high flush. But you,
if the heart comes over and you get let into, then we have
you
problems.
can get away. But
if we're checked to, we're free to bet.
yeah, so Carrie bets. I think if you're going to continue on that flop, you're probably going to continue on this
Absolutely.
turn.
Straight draw, turn flush draw.
And there was like she doesn't know this, but if the board pairs, obviously other than the 4 or the jack, like if you get another 3 or another deuce, you have the best hand. She goes all in. I actually don't hate it. I mean, like,
wee, and a call.
Snap call.
King comes off, and Mike's good.
They didn't even discuss running it more than once.
I don't even know. The dealer might have just ripped the card. I don't know if they got a chance to discuss it.
Yeah, it's gonna win.
That's one thing that has where if we're sometimes if you're playing on a live stream game where you can run multiple times, sometimes just reminding the dealer, hey, if there's an all-in like that, don't just
right
burn
before
it
you
and
actually
turn
make the action.
In case we want to discuss once, twice, thrice.
Yeah.
Whatever we want to do.
Since Mike lost that big pot, he's won 2 pretty big ones, so he's right back up. I think this is it goes back a little bit when we were talking about Taylor flatting aces, right? It's a similar situation. Obviously not as good of a hand, but queens. She raises and then ends up having to play a big pot.
Well, it was an unopened limp pot. It folded to the small blind. Small blind just complete. So we have the straddler who's, he can have anything. I mean, he's just a random hand.
Right.
King, queen, queen, 9. I think we should be opening that hand.
Yeah, I guess you want to raise the straddle too, because you want to get him out if they're not.
So yeah, if we can play heads up against the small blind, then great.
Yeah.
If there was an open, then we're just calling.
Let's say
but
I'm not 100% sure.
It was just folded
check
around.
calling the flop was check calling the flop's not that bad because it was the rainbow board, right? Jack high, you had an overpair.
Heads up betting's fine.
Yeah.
Once you get raised, then we might think about what else? What are we can improve the straight draw, we can improve the flush draw.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
The check potting the flush draw on the turn. Not that, I mean,
I would.
that's what you got to.
If we're gonna do that, now we're laying our opponent such a good price to call though. Once we check.
Oh, if you
pot,
open pot,
if we're gonna try to get our money
lead
in,
the turn?
open, yeah, maybe lead the turn.
Maybe.
I'm not sure. I
You
don't
could
know what's
also
right anymore.
you could also lead the turn and maybe like try to basically set your price to see the river, right? If
Yeah.
that makes sense. Instead of
No, I know what
checking
you're saying.
and facing a pot bet or something. But you did get she led, got raised on the flop, right? She opened.
She bet.
and then he
She
raised,
continued. He
and
raised.
she called.
And she called. Turned to the draw, and then she checked shove.
Yeah. I mean,
Poker happens.
yeah, and PLO is definitely the kind of game where you're gonna get stacked with a flush draw. If you play PLO for any amount of time, at some point you're gonna get stacked when you have a flush draw.
Heads up here, 8-6-3 Rainbow. Pair of sixes for Taylor. Wolf got
Actually,
the overpair. Got the jacks. He's gonna bet 55, and that's gonna be the last we saw of Taylor.
Yeah,
He's got backdoor spades. That might be a little optimistic here. We're out of position.
A six.
He's got a pair of sixes. He's gonna go and make the call.
backdoor spades, and now it's over.
Turn 10. Probably gonna see Wolf bet again.
Blockers are for suckers. I actually think PLO is more of a blocker game than others.
Oh, yeah.
But I do think, especially when you're playing like 5-5 on a stream with, like, I'm not going to say that, obviously these people are capable players, but if you're not playing with like 8 PLO wizards, then like the flush blockers are less important, because a lot of times people are calling off with not the nut flush, right? Like,
I concur.
yeah, if you're playing in a game where people recognize the strength of not having, having that ace blocker, then yeah, I think it can serve a purpose. I've done it once where I had the nut blocker, I got a fold. It was a tournament, so maybe it's just a different thing. But in cash, like, the pots aren't very big relative to, other pots, I guess.
My entire PLO strategy is built around blockers. Just find something they don't have and then pretend to have it. Rep everything. That's
Yeah.
it. You just
I mean, it's
just
cool
keep saying
'cause-
pot until they fold. It's
Yeah.
a simple money printing strategy.
That's why
Get
it's
out there
called
and do it,
Pot
kids.
Limit Omaha.
Yeah.
Pot until they fold. It's actually the name of Jake's PLO book coming out next week.
Yeah.
It's not very long. It's literally just 700 times pot until they fold. Write it down.
New shooter here in seat 8. That is E.T. Eric, the mailman, as he's become known in Sacramento. They call him mailman because ship it.
Jeff Wong. You know what? Interesting story. You know Jeff Wong, right? He's written like 3 PLO books. I won a PLO tournament live where I beat Jeff Wong heads up in PLO.
Yeah.
And we're actually like kind of friendly. We met several years ago at a party, and then it was funny.
That's a great story.
Yeah. So, yeah. It's my big poker achievement. It was only for like $3,000, but still.
Still.
Doesn't matter.
For blood. I like it. It's
Yeah.
good.
He actually
Bragging
part of the
rights is
prop
more
bet.
than money.
Yeah, part of the prop bet was that now all of his books are actually authored by Brent Harrington. He gets to keep the royalties and stuff. I just get the fame that comes with writing 4 PLO books because he's
Harrington on
so
PLO,
famous.
like
yeah,
other Harringtons.
Yeah, exactly.
Small pot being played.
Lived with Julian for 2 years, and that's what I learned in PLO. That's it. Blockers are for suckers. No, yeah, Eric, I agree 100% because a lot of times people are calling with hands. Like, blockers work if people are capable of folding really strong hands that aren't the nuts.
You're breaking my heart here. You're telling me that that pot it to
Your
win
book
it.
sucks. No, it's Pot It to Win It. Oh, wait, now it's good again because that's actually a better title. Pot It to Win It.
Straddle's on 5-5-10. Pot limit Omaha. New shooter in seat 8. Daryl under the gun's gonna limp in. We haven't seen a lot of limping yet so far.
Yeah.
Sometimes limping is pretty common here. Open
It's
limping.
weird. It's contagious in PLO, too.
Yeah, it is.
If somebody starts limping, a lot of people start limping and then limping behind, but Mike M wants none of it. None of it.
Not having it. And Julian
Makes
says,
it 50.
that's my button. Julian will make the call in position.
That's a shame, too, because the straddle hand that Mike D had was not great, but of the hands you could get in a straddle, it was not bad. Double suited. The king didn't really play, but like if you're seeing a flop for free or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And look, and you would smash the flop.
Smash it. King Jack 8,
Smash
2
that flop
hearts.
with top pair.
The Wolf, who limped in the 9-5-4-3 double suited, flops a flush draw with a backdoor
Hello,
double flush draw.
Eldar. What the hell?
Mike M bets, gets a fold from Julian, who, the 9975 can't continue. And,
Yeah, there's no.
and here comes a wolf. Disco, 9 high flush for the wolf.
I feel like that still
Here
might not
comes the
even
bet.
be good.
I feel now like it might be good.
Based on the fact that he didn't get snap called? Or what?
Now I feel like I agree with you and it might not be good.
Look, everything is always changing. When he calls, you're not loving it. But, I mean, we've seen Mike Emmons fully capable of not having a flush here. But
Wolf's got about a pot-sized bet back. He's going to stick it in there and get a quick call.
did he just show him the nuts?
He showed him the nut. That's the nut.
Yeah. Well, it's a dream scenario when you just get bombed into and
So
you have
Mike
the
M
nuts.
flopped top set with the nut flush draw.
Wow, for real?
Mike had king, ace, queen. No, I'm sorry,
King Jack. Two pair with the nut flush
Two pair
draw.
in the nut flush draw.
As about as good. Pretty close to as good.
Pretty
Because you're
goddamn
blocking a set. That's where blockers might work. Yeah, I don't know how much I love leading twice with the flush. I don't hate leading once, but once he calls, what is he calling you with? I mean, he could definitely, but like, there's no straights out there. He might be calling you with a set, I suppose.
Well, we saw him pay off Matt earlier.
So maybe that was in Wolf's head.
Well, that might be Wolf said, hey, this guy's just gonna like everyone's paying off River tonight, so I might let me get in some of the action as well.
I suppose you feel bad if you check and then he gets checked back and you have a flush.
Yeah, and then you feel like, oh God, well, how do I not bet? Yeah, if he just checks back like a
I
set
don't
there or
know.
two pair. I don't know.
Honestly, I think, and my general strategy is kind of like, if I have a bad flush, I'm gonna just wait and see what happens. Like I don't think I'm trying to get. I'm very rarely in PLO. I'm not getting like max value with a bad flush because I'm not trying to. Yeah, Mike M from 0 to hero.
Right?
I just made that up. First time
I
I've
like
ever
that.
heard. Yeah.
Oh
right.
goodness.
Who's asking where we're at? Is the calling hand mute? If you don't like the commentators, most computers and smartphones have an amazing feature that allows you to. Yeah. Feel free. I do wonderful hand motions, so if you mute it,
Yeah.
we're good. I can start using my hands more. It'll be pretty great.
Matt's gonna open up the small blind, the King Jack 9-7-1 suit. Mike is gonna put in the 3-bet with the aces. Ace, King 5 suited ace. Wolf. King Jack 4-4 is gonna cold call the 3-bet out of the straddle.
Is definitely steaming. Like
The gamble is on, kids.
I don't know if that's
Lock your
gamble.
doors.
It seems like completely. What's the word? Man, just like throwing caution to the wind. Like he's over this.
Setting money on fire.
He is officially over this.
Top set for Mike D.
And then it's like, look at him. He's probably texting somebody to tell him how over this he is. You'll never believe. He's only got 402. Okay, it's like, whew.
Wolf says you're gonna give me a free card. I'll take a free card.
Yeah, I mean, as Wolf, you're just like, yeah, I'll take as many free cards as you want. Now, Wolf's night is about to get a whole lot worse when the 4 peels off on the river. Oh,
He fades it.
nah. I mean, the good news is Wolf is going to get away with only losing that amount of money.
175.
Okay, yeah, good. So, I mean, I guess in that sense you got like a discount because he checked twice to you with a huge hand.
and then
But
you get-
he's probably never calling a bet on the flop. But still,
Not calling flop, not calling turn, never calling river.
not a fan of the call.
Frenchie 70 says why check? Because a lot of players after checking twice, some players in position in the heads up pot are just going to green light just to bet. Just take down the pot on the turn.
It's like a thing that clicks inside you.
The problem
where
is
you're
on
like, would
ace-
you ever check top set twice?
On ace queen jack when someone 3-bets out of the blind, it kind of like it smashes the range. So it's like it's not. We're more like getting trapped if someone checks twice than someone just giving up. Like, what do they 3-bet like 9, 7, 8 or
Broadway
9?
cards in PLO are like dangerous. And I think somebody asked what Hollywood is watching. I'm pretty sure he's watching the stream.
Yeah.
He's got
Hollywood,
us.
play more hands.
What's up, Hollywood? Go, yeah.
Exploit
Play more
your
hands
image.
so that in 30 minutes we can see them. Why check? I mean, you could check or bet there, Frenchie. I think, you know, in this situation, he's probably never going to get paid more than he already got paid.
If Wolf checked back twice, I don't think he's gonna like. What's he checking back? That wouldn't. Once he gets checked twice, if he had any kind of value hand,
Yeah,
or
he
he
would've
could draw,
bet
he
the
would have bet the
turn.
turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So it's safe. It's completely safe to bet the river.
yeah, because if we check, it's just gonna get checked right back.
But at the same time, it's like you could probably check a third time because you're almost never getting called
Yeah.
on any river. The only river that would have gotten any action would have been a 4, right? Like,
Open from Mike, 3-bet from the Wolf. The Wolf 3-bets Queen, Queen, Jack 3 with a spades.
this looks like the kind of board Wolf wants to go broke on. Oh, there
There it
it is. And he could, yeah. I
Mike
mean, in a
can't call.
sense, yeah, he's not going to get called here. I think, what's that, like a 9? Yeah. Maybe Mike's thinking it's cheap enough. He's got backdoor diamonds, an overpair, 9s, but I don't know. It feels like Mike's gonna find a call here, if I'm not mistaken. It really feels that way. I don't.
And maybe the spirit of you have to give action to get action. Wolf's been giving up plenty of action, so hey, all right, man. If you want to get in, let's just get it in.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh well, you know what? He's probably thinking his overpair might be good, or at least drawing live in this spot.
Well, with no spades in his hand,
Yeah.
like Wolf can have a lot of flush draws. We're not blocking spade draws.
Yeah.
So now,
You're right. I don't like the call. Of course, if he gets okay, I was gonna say, is he just gonna get like a magnificent run out?
well,
Queens is gonna take the first one. A 1 diamond is dead. Looks like Queen's gonna take the second.
scooper.
Yep.
Wolf's gonna double through Mike M.
I mean, great job, Wolf. Wolf's gonna have to wait a minute to see it. It looks like, because I do not believe Mike M has turned his hand over yet. Oh no, Wolf's collecting. So great job, Wolf. I don't like the call, but I think of the players, these two guys have shown that they're down to get the money in the pot.
They're gonna get the
However
money in.
possible.
And if you want to think if Wolf hadn't been playing any hands, if Wolf's willing to get in there and gamble people, I'm willing to give someone like that some loose action because they're not
Right,
gonna gonna just like stick it.
Well, he's also kind of short. I mean, relative to everybody else, Mike has been on this huge upswing. It only cost him 300, and he did have some outs, right? Like
Yeah.
running diamonds, a 9, a 10, I guess.
And sometimes 10s are actually ahead there. Sometimes,
Some, yeah,
even though we wouldn't expect them to hold a lot, but
Yeah.
sometimes
Sometimes you could only be up against a flush draw.
in 2 overs, in which
Yeah.
case we're still a dog. But
Yeah, I mean, he obviously wants to gamble a little bit.
I think
That's
it's just loose action. Why not? Don't discourage people from giving
fine.
loose
Look, it's
action.
fantastic for the stream.
It's good for the stream. Good for the game, bro. It's good for.
It's probably bad for us because we're just like, why would you ever do that? And these
No,
guys
no,
are
no,
watching
it's
the
fine.
stream and they're just like, hey, there's
Everything's
no
good.
roof on that thing that you guys announcing, so we can totally throw stuff at you. That's true. There is no roof.
we need a roof in the penalty box.
Yeah. Although, I mean, it makes it a lot less fun. I feel like we're living on the edge here.
That's right.
With no roof.
I also like to live dangerously. Wolf's going to make the call out of the small blind with the ace-7-6-5. I'm sorry, he's going to open up the action. Ace-7-6-5 with suited ace makes it 30 to go. Hollywood, ace-jack-10-4 is going to, with a suited ace, calls as well. Action on mailman, king-queen-5 deuce, and says, what the hell?
Not.
I got position
Not a fan.
and equities run close.
Yeah. That close? I don't know.
I can make an argument. And mailman's
Oh,
going to flop
queen
2 pair. With the Israeli Ron hand. Queen in the deuce.
Only 90 in the pot. If I am... Who is the Wolf? Okay. I feel like Wolf can very easily continue on.
Check to mailman.
You're going to pot your 2 pair, which I said... Remember how I said that? Like, on boards like this, a pot bet seems like 2 pair very often. Right? Like, it's like, what are you betting? Right? You're not betting a draw. Obviously. You're probably not betting ace-queen.
He can have the 3-4-5.
You could have ace-queen, I
The
guess.
3-4
that's true.
The 3-4-5.
He was the 3rd guy in, so maybe.
With clubs and hearts and or diamonds with a double backdoor flush draw.
I'm going to say I'm okay with the call from Wolf here. Check calling, because there's a lot of cards that come on the turn that you could like.
That are good, yeah. A lot of good cards in the turn for Wolf.
Like the 4 of clubs. Or not.
Or not. He does turn an inside straight draw.
Yeah. Well, again, like there you go. There's a lot of turn cards. Even a bad turn card still gives you some outs.
Mailman. There's 260 in the pot.
Probably gonna pump the 2 pair again.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't want to mess
Keep
around.
betting.
And he's probably gonna take it down here. I can't. While I don't hate the call on the flop, I'm not a fan of the call on the turn if he calls here. Which is exactly why I caps his cards, and he's about to call, I guess. Oh no. See, here's a weird thing though, like calling in this spot, okay, he folds. But calling in this spot kind of isn't great because you're almost never going to win, right?
No, yeah.
Now,
yeah.
I guess that could be the kind of board where you can pot there because then you're representing something more like a set or a better 2 pair because it's got top and bottom, right?
Yeah, we're like specifically repping the Queen 9 or like the Jack 10 of Hearts or something like that.
Yeah, or like
Or the Jack 10
you
of
could have like
Hearts.
flopped the set, check called,
Yeah.
check raise the turn when you see a safe turn.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying like theoretically.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I were going to try something like that where I'm potting with basically air, I might consider doing that. Obviously, I think I would want a more favorable turn card than the 9 of Hearts.
I concur.
But if that was a club, I think I could easily check potted the turn there. But he might not bet if it was a club. For that reason. Although Mailman, maybe he's going to bet anyway.
He probably bets anyway.
Oh.
Taylor M. Queen 9-4-3 gets away.
Hollywood is watching the new South Park.
Limp Pot
Perhaps
Poker.
the new South Park. Here it goes, yeah. Limp, limp, limp. But a limp is technically a min raise, right? Because we started the straddle, the $10
We are at straddle. Mike M's going to check his option out of the straddle, and away we go.
Okay. This is a pretty neat hand for Mike M to have in the big blind.
Absolutely. Open-ended, diamond draw.
Well, just the hand itself. Like,
To wake up with the,
if I'm defending the big blind in PLO,
10,
I don't
8,
hate
7,
this
7
hand.
double
Yeah,
suited,
I
we'll
like
take
this
that
hand
all
a
day.
lot. Yeah.
Wolf also has diamonds and an inside straight draw, although the 3 would be a disaster card for him.
Mike led, right? Oh, Wolf.
Mike bets 30,
Hey,
and
you
Wolf's
know
going to
what?
check raise.
Look
Inside straight
at
draw,
these, got
check high flush
tons
draw,
of good
got a pair of
cards.
kings.
Yeah. I mean,
Mike's
you
going to make the call.
Oh.
3 comes off, and the Wolf gets there.
Wow, and he's probably going to get paid here too. Mike is first to act, right? Wait, is it
Wolf
check
on the button.
100? Check half pot. I think he bet 100. No, he bet pot. Just less than pot, right? 250 in the pot. He makes
Mike
it 200.
checks. Wolf's going to bet with a straight. Mike's in bad shape, and he does get
lets
away.
it go. That's a spot where maybe you could check back and get paid on the turn or on the river, depending on the river, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's it was bet call for? I might have raised that flop if I was Wolf. I might have considered raising that flop.
He did. It was bet raise.
Oh, okay, he did.
He did.
All right, yeah.
It was bet raise, call, check, bet, fold.
Sick. I say sick all the time, but that's because I watched a lot of the movie Rad when I was a kid. It's about a BMX biker.
It seems like
Taking a
that would
shot.
be the name of a movie about a BMX.
Yeah.
Like one of those like, 80s movies that were always like theme based about either about like skiing or
Yeah, exactly.
like-
Rad was about BMX. The
About
entire
BMX
opening
stuff.
credit sequence was like guys or girls doing, and I think there were a few girls in there doing like bike tricks. You know,
Yeah.
like all kinds of bike tricks.
Yeah, the opening montage.
Yeah.
Classic.
If you haven't seen Rad, it's probably free on YouTube.
Those are the best movies.
It would not surprise me.
Hollywood's raising,
What's up, guys?
so
Torture
he's probably
you
have
from YouTube.
ace ace
What's
king
up?
king or ace ace jack 10. If he's raising.
Did he just fold ace ace under the gun? Probably not.
I doubt it.
Yeah. Sometimes the cards are buggy. There we go.
There we go.
And see. Oh,
Hollywood,
wow.
ace ace king 6. Julian wakes up ace ace king 4.
Okay. Yeah.
Both players have a suit.
Wow.
Mike called
Did
at the
Mike
big blind.
call 50?
Mike called 50
Or
at
Mike
the big
is
blind.
tanking?
No, Mike
Oh.
called 50, and here comes Julian.
I don't know what I.
We 3-bet. We 3-bet the balls out of
Yeah, you probably do. You probably pot here. That's interesting.
So it's a limp from Wolf, open to 50 from Hollywood. Mike calls a big line, and Julian now.
This
3
Hollywood's
bets.
opening the button, so I wonder if that might inform Julian a little bit too.
Yeah.
He must have a hand.
It's a pot size 3 bet, makes it 185
Wolf
to go.
is 100% folding. Like, Hollywood is never folding. This is a really good, like, of the hands. But if he, oh wow, he's just gonna put it all in, and they're gonna get it in. Mike M's gonna fold.
There it is.
You see what's interesting though is for 400, if Mike M had like Queen, Queen, Jack 10,
It's a whole other story.
yeah, that might be a nice little hand to get in there because it feels like you're going up against two guys with big hands, like big pairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they're gonna get it all in, and I don't know how many times they're gonna run it. Well, I guess you can't run it.
Oh, Mike.
Flop quad.
Hollywood with the
Why
spades.
He's scratching his head. He's like,
Hollywood makes spades.
yeah.
Are they running it twice?
No, I don't think you can pre-flop. Can you? Oh wait, you can if there's only 8. I think that's like a standard rule here. Normally,
I thought we
when
could. I thought we could. They run it
Yeah,
once.
well, great job,
Hollywood gets
Hollywood.
there.
I mean, that happens a lot more in PLO.
Double
than-
suited aces.
Yeah. What's interesting, they both had ace king too, so like a 10 comes or whatever. It's, yeah.
The double suited hand pays off.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Hollywood's hand is better, but Julian's hand is not far behind. It's actually weird because Julian's hand connects also with like wheel cards and that kind of stuff, whereas the 6 is kind of
Yeah, I mean,
Where it
Julian's
places-
dangler is. Although I mean,
It's not necessarily as bad, but you want to be double suited.
You want to be double suited. We'd rather be double suited, of course.
But it's not as bad as it looked. Also, I mean, just in general, those hands got to run pretty close because they're both aces. Oh, you can run it twice. Okay, so they chose to run it once, which is not a bad idea. Obviously, Hollywood's going to love that because I highly doubt. I guess he could have won 3/4, right? If you win one, you're probably not going to win the second one, right? You're going to make another spade flush.
Yeah.
Or maybe he makes the diamond flush this time. Who knows?
Yeah. The 6 doesn't matter when you get it all in free.
Yeah, fair enough. But I mean, just think in general, like the possible card combinations that come.
If it's PLO 8, obviously, then we'd rather have the 4.
But I still think like the 4 connects with the ace a little bit better than the 6 connects with the ace, other than the fact that it's suited. So it's pretty close.
We'd rather have suits.
I don't know. I just wish Hollywood's 6 wasn't suited so that I could make that statement and it would be more true. It's like one of those things. If you're using like snap shove, right? Ace 4 suited is a shove before ace 6 suited is.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Even though, and you're like, wait, what?
But
It's a
ace
lower
6
card, right?
But ace
Like,
6 suited is a shove before ace 4 off is.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
But back to PLO.
Back to PLO. Back to poker.
That's enough Hold'em talk for the evening.
I concur. Here. Mailman takes a 7, 8, 9, 10, makes it 50 to go, gets called by the Wolf, and Julian.
I guess it's a playable button hand. I don't hate it.
10, 8, 7, 5, double suited for Julian,
Yeah, and then you're just all over that flop. With
and
that
just
hand.
flop the rapid.
And Julian's in an interesting spot too, with the backdoor clubs.
Backdoor clubs and straight wrap.
Mailman's not going to let anybody get there cheap. What's up? Jake is EW to the booth. Apologize,
New.
guys. Oh, we can't run it twice. New. Oh, it's okay. The 6.
Torture you. Welcome to the stream. If I haven't said it already.
Chips on 11. Stones live. What's the issue?
5 comes off, and Julian gets there.
Yeah, but so does Mailman.
So does Mailman.
And now Mailman, is there any? The Wolf is the one that's still drawing live.
And both
with
players have
backdoor.
the redraw to the bigger straight. The Wolf's the only one with diamonds, though. Here we go. 3-way action on the turn. It's 510 in the pot.
If the bigger straight gets there, then all 3 of them are chopping, though, aren't they? But there's no way Wolf is.
And Julian
Yeah.
says, take my pile of white chips.
Well, he potted, called, and Wolf is not going to continue.
Wolf's only got $600.
Do you just gamble here? I mean, this is a huge pot, right? You're going to get 3 to 1. You're going
We
to get
have,
max
we have
value on your
3
hand.
diamonds in our hand. That's a problem.
Yeah, you don't continue. But still, I mean, like, people have been running, and he's at a tough night. Look, he kind of is like, can I find a call? Can I find a call? I think I think he's going to correctly fold. It's irrelevant. It's funny how irrelevant the ace is on that spot.
There's $2,300 in the pot.
True, yes.
It costs us $600 to call. We have 3 diamonds, though. Also got to worry about the ace or 5 of diamonds being dirty out for us. We could be up against sets as well.
Torture you. I have streamed a little bit of poker online, but I don't really play very much. But I tried. I have a setup. Maybe I'll try it again.
I got a HUD. I never used.
I think I was pretty excited when I got like 12 viewers. That was my max.
Wolf correctly folds.
Hey, fat
train.
And this is going to just be another chop.
Mailman, what do you want to do? How many times do you want to chop it? We'll chop it 3 times, 10 times, once.
Yeah. I like it. Oh, okay. Change nothing.
Operation never mind.
This hand is insane. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting hand because, like, you're chopping people up in the middle, but, you know, that's about as good a flop as you're going to get when you have 10, 9, 8, 7. Pretty close. I mean, the only way it gets better if that's like the ace of hearts and the 6 of hearts.
Correct. Hermit 89. What's up, brother man?
Hermit 89. Someone just punched someone. I'm just kidding. That didn't happen.
He had consent, though.
Yeah, 7 was it. So if Wolf had stayed, then not only could they not have ran it twice, they would have just chopped up Wolf's money, but yeah. Oh, Mike M lost one of the first hands of the night.
Yeah, lost
for his whole stack.
And then
rebought,
since then has gone on a little
bit of a heater.
He lost a doubled up Wolf, but other than that, everything's gone
what's
his way.
What's the command? Change or whatever? Oh, whoops.
I have no idea. You're watching cat videos, really, Brent? Now?
It's a commercial.
Yeah, sure it is.
Is that right? I don't remember what the command is.
It's a commercial. It's not. I can quit whenever I want. God, get this guy in the booth.
Is that
for
Porter?
Like one whole.
That was Porter.
One whole hour. Porter has YouTube videos of him playing with cats. It's not surprising.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's in the range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got the beard. It would have been. Oh, Cashman. There we go. So
there
Mike D, has him higher, but Mike M is up $800. So after dropping like his first 800, he's up 800. So that's a pretty good swing. Typical PLO swing.
Standard.
Yeah, the Wolf down 2K. Also very typical PLO swing. And that could change in a minute, right? Like
absolutely
in 2 hands.
And in orbit even.
Yeah. I mean, he only has 400 or 500, so it's probably not going to change in 1 hand. But the Wolf could easily win a couple hands and
quadruple
then be right
ups in PLO happen. I believe in it.
It's true. You get crazy action. There's a lot of times where, you know, I guess it's not really a squeeze in PLO, but it's a similar kind of theme when you get like a bet, like a pot bet, and then like 2 callers, and you have like only a draw.
Yeah, you just
you
rip
know,
it.
and you just go nuts. I mean, those kinds
Remember,
of
kids,
situations
just
happen
keep
all the
same
time.
pot until you fold or improve.
Yeah.
This is how you win at 4-card poker.
Pot it to the limit. We're just continuing renaming this book over and over again. Mailman raises, whatever. I guess if you're the first one in the pot.
Ace, King, Jack, Deuce, 3 spades. Rather not have 3 spades, but what are you going to do? But the deuce works. And he's going to flop deuces full of jacks.
Oh, dude, that's so sick.
It's a pretty trashy board. Not a lot of people playing deuces. And this is a spot, you know, if you're playing PLO 8, we stack the other deuce in the deck, but in PLO high, no one plays hands with like a lot of deuces in them, you know, unless it's the dangler that suits your ace or whatever.
But I don't see him getting paid very often in this spot.
It's
a
a bad
jack.
It's a bad way for us to flop in that.
He's gonna you might give him 1 and see what happens on the turn.
Little loose action from Matt. This is going to keep the honest. Matt now turns 2 pair.
It's going to be weird. It's going to be weird. Although Ace Jack still beats.
Well, Jack or a 6.
Right,
Jack or a 6.
So technically he's beating Ace Jack here. But, I mean, I feel.
Our Jacks and 6s are no good against overpairs.
Yeah.
Matt.
So a tooth flying across the dice table.
Matt's going to raise. Uh-oh.
Whoa. Well, it's for the exact same reason, like you said. He's not thinking
all in.
deuces, right? And Matt's probably folding.
I was surprised to see that check raise out of Matt.
I think he just thinks this is like a garbage board, but as we can see,
If he thinks maybe he can get Mailman to fold queens plus, the check raise is a decent semi-bluff, I guess.
yeah, maybe
I'm
he was
really not
thinking
sure what
too.
Matt's
Maybe he's
doing
thinking
there.
ace jack, right? And might fold to something like
you
this.
fold out. We're beating ace jack, so wouldn't we be trying
No,
to fold
that's
it?
what I-
Yeah,
like-
but
oh, yeah,
it's, like,
true.
it's like we're trying to get like queens plus to fold when we're check raising there.
Yeah, interesting move. But Matt hasn't been very active today, so chose a time to try to mix it up, and maybe he chose the wrong time.
Timing's everything. We all look like wizards when it works. You know, like
Yeah,
and
fair
then-
enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like
That's
oh,
true. I planned that.
yeah.
Happens to me all the time. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly
Frenchie
what
says, "Oh, I know what." Okay, that's what Matt is doing.
I know what Matt is doing. Making bad decisions.
I
You
was,
know what it is? It's probably one of those things where you're just thinking, like you said, like, no one ever has a 2 here. I have a jack. Like, I'm the best hand.
I got
right?
jack
like,
six. I can
don't
get value
know.
from if ace jack.
Maybe
is
not
sticky,
like
I can
a-
get value from ace jack.
Maybe he was just bluffing with, not the best hand.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I'm sure
It's just
later
not a great
Matt
book,
will
'cause you
explain to me
don't-
why I'm wrong, but I don't like it. I don't know.
Is there really like something he could say to you that would make you think that particular play was right?
No.
Yeah. He's probably going to say, I checked to the guy who's probably betting all the time, right? So maybe he's thinking he's betting all kinds of hands in that spot, even hands that don't hit that board, because not a lot of hands hit that board. But then again, why is he betting? Like, he's obviously, it's like, is he betting complete air on jack, deuce, deuce, six?
It's like we're trying to get queens plus to fold. I don't like it. I don't, because Matt's like only repping a deuce, and then it was is aces, kings, queens folding there.
Is that a straddle, or did he limp with that hand?
The wolf notices that deuces are running hot.
Yeah.
Gonna limp
Let's
in the queen
flop
jack
quads,
deuce with a
homie.
suit.
Little does he know he cannot flop quads. I'm proud of this group right now. I'm seeing a lot of hands that I think they would have played on a different hand, but they didn't.
The hand is Brent approved.
Yeah.
Ace 10-4 rainbow. Mike hits his ace.
Looks like Mike is going to get some more money from Wolf, probably.
Gets called. 9.
Just
And the
keeps
wolf
getting better
is
for Mike
open-ended.
D. Yeah, I guess it gets better for Wolf, too, so he's going to get a little bit more Wolf money. And then Wolf's going to need to get lucky. That was a weird bet.
Yeah.
He must have set an amount. All right.
Mike D, ace king good. And he's gonna bet?
Very small pot. Only 170 in the pot. Looks like he's going to make it 125, 130, something like that.
We lose to a lot of hands. I'm not in love with the bet. Unless he just has the soul read of all soul reads on Wolf. I think this is optimistic.
Yeah, because, like,
We beat ace queen and ace queen only.
what do we know? Just kidding.
Who knows things? Ghost of M.
I mean, you've written
What's going on?
one imaginary PLO book.
I have. I'm already thinking about
What
writing my
do
second
you
imaginary
know?
book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. How's everybody doing out there? It looks like we've been gradually boosted up.
Good.
I'm happy. Yeah.
Good.
94 people watching what Joe Ingram would call the great game.
PLO.
PLO.
Yeah, that's right.
It's nice to have such a vocal champion of Pot Limit Omaha.
I like
Out
it.
there
I
on
dig
Twitter?
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our
Big fan.
Our PLO deity.
Yeah. So, and I think a lot of people are starting to play just because they want to like tweet at Joe Ingram that they're playing PLO. As far as I know, Torture, the comps are pretty good here. There's a lot of tournaments. Jake would know more about that.
Stones takes care of their people. They take care of the players. They listen to the players. When players, hey, we need to do this, or we want to see more of that. They listen. And you want to think about it. I mean, from tournaments, cash games, all the way around. They'll try it. They'll try something. They'll do all sorts of different things. They just had the win the button tournament,
Right,
where
yeah.
if you win the pot, you get to keep the button, and then like I said, they'll try anything, seemingly almost.
Yeah.
And then depending on the feedback they get from the players, whether or not it stays or goes, it's a good way to run a room.
Yeah, I think this is pretty great. Not only is it a nice place, right? So, but the staff is nice. The dealers are
good.
friendly. The comps. I know there was a tournament. There's a player appreciation tournament where you got to like a buy into a $350 tournament just off points, right? Like people who play here regularly were buying in for $350 just off of points. So.
Mike M flops bottom 2 pair here. Wolf can't see his cards. He's going to bet 65. There, now we see the Wolf's hand.
And it's not, I mean, I guess a 5 or an 8, right?
Yep.
And it's a 5. Or an 8. Nice.
We churn the gutter to the nutter.
All right. Great job, Wolf, because I think there's very few ways. I don't think he's going to get that much more money on
Wolf's new book, getting there.
Yeah. Sometimes, right?
Sometimes.
It hasn't been great for Wolf, but he's getting a little bit back on that hand, so that's good. Good for Wolf.
It's always good to get some back.
Let's see. Taylor is down there at 6-7. He hasn't been very active. In fact,
No,
I
it's not
can
by a
only
lot of
remember him
hands.
playing seeing maybe 2 or 3 flops, all so far.
He's kind of sandwiched between Matt, between Julian. Mike M seems to be playing pretty solid, running good, to say the least.
Maybe it's a good thing, right? He's keeping the chips in front of him.
Or maybe he just needs more booze in his system.
Right. Drinks to the
speaking-
table. How about that?
Yeah.
Instead of drinks to the booth, drinks to the table. That's what we should do. Let's see. Oh, where's he going now? Harlan is not playing the game
Get Harlan in this game.
today. He probably had a family thing or something. Some life or death emergency that kept him from playing 5-5 PLO tonight. That's funny.
Mike M's going to open 35.
Oh, we're going to see some
Now
Taylor
Taylor
action.
will play. Ace 10-6. He does have a suit, but it's not. His
Yeah.
aces are not suited. He's going to make the call in position. Matt comes on with King Jack 10-6, 1 suit. There's the dangler, the 6 of hearts, doing nothing for our hand.
Whatever. Until the board comes 6-6 Jack, as we've seen before.
Yeah.
So Wolf looks like he's getting in there. Hollywood's going to get in there. So everybody's seeing the flop for 35.
4-way action.
5-way, right? Because Hollywood's not even on there. It looks like 5-way action.
9 deuce 4, all
and
diamonds.
Matt flops the flush, which we know is the nuts, but they don't know this.
And Taylor's got the nut blocker. Let's see someone go nuts with the blocker one time.
Let's prove the chat wrong.
Yeah.
I don't think Taylor's going to be the guy to do it. But
Come on, Taylor.
Oh,
There we go.
check. I did.
And here we go.
But this is a situation where the blocker is good in the sense that it is a fine bet, right? But Matt is never going to fold the 1 bet with a flush here.
No.
So Taylor's going to have to jam it, pot it until he wins it.
Yeah, you
right?
just keep going.
If he wants to win this hand. I do not see it happening. I do not see Matt folding. Because remember, this is what I said before about blockers, right? So often people do not fold the second nut flush.
Correct.
Especially when you flop it, too. Taylor looks like he might be ready to bomb it for
There we go.
500. He's betting the pot. So, the blocker worked!
Blocker power!
He got him. Who was that? Where are you at? Poker Pro Eric. Who is that? Taylor wins the biggest pot he won all day. Probably when the only pot that he won. Just
See?
yeah, that's a
Guys,
baller move.
And this is what we tell you guys. You just keep saying pot until they fold or you improve. And you just print the money, guys.
Yeah.
Get in there, play some 4-card poker. The game is solved. That's it. Just rip it.
Well, that's what's so crazy. That's what I said. It's Matt's never going to fold on the flop to a bet. But if you pot the turn, obviously Matt's capable of folding the second nut flush.
And here's the thing. Also, it's to Taylor. And as you mentioned when the hand started,
Yeah,
he hasn't played any hand.
Yeah.
If Matt's not folding to probably Julian or the Wolf or Mailman, he's not folding to those players. Taylor, that's the first hand he's played in as many weeks, it seems like. When he goes just pot.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, this is the one guy. Hollywood's the other player that he could probably find folds to.
Yeah, but the thing is, Hollywood's never going to do that. Hollywood would never do what Taylor just did, I don't think. But I actually really like that. I think you make a good point, Eric, that if you're going to fold when you flop a flush, but he's also folding to the circumstance, right? Like the hand itself, the actual cards are so strong.
We would expect our opponent to slow down on the turn. Once we
Right.
call in position, we expect our opponent to slow down on the turn a lot.
But when a guy like Taylor fires again for the pot,
I probably pay. And that's why just because how much. I mean, he bets 400. There's 400 in the pot. He's only got less than 200 back. It looked like. I'm probably okay. If you got it, here you go. But then again,
Right. A lot of people are reluctant.
like you said. Some people like to pay people off.
yeah.
Sometimes I'm that guy.
But maybe you wouldn't pay Taylor off in this situation because of the image he's had up to this point. He's played 3 hands in 2.5 hours. You know what I mean?
Wolf's gonna 3-bet here. The king 10-10-8 with a suit. Taylor makes a call. So now here comes Taylor with the 3-4-6-7.
Yeah, and
Top set for
Wolf
Wolf.
is going to get some action, almost for sure. Because I mean, what is that like?
We got a straight wrap here for Taylor.
Yeah, I don't think Taylor is going to fold to 1 bet. I mean, this would go back to Eric's point. It's like, why are you calling with this hand if you're going to flop like a piece?
Wolf's
and
only got
not gonna
360
see a
back.
Turn? Yeah, and he bets 200 of 5.
Do we just get it in?
Wow, Wolf. Yeah, I mean, if you think if you're calling this bet, you might as well get it in, right? Because you're never going to fold once you call.
We don't have any fold equity, obviously. So it's just
Yeah,
call.
but I guess you could theoretically fold.
Now we turn clubs. And mind, he doesn't know his clubs are no good.
Yeah.
Taylor's got straight draw, more flush outs.
It gives him another straight draw. Like an ace now gives him a straight too, though.
Picks up more straight outs, picks up clubs that he does not know are no good.
I don't know that he...
He makes a call,
Yeah.
and top set's good.
Yeah. Well,
Easy
he's
game.
basically paying him off with Matt's chips. I'm just kidding.
Oh, too soon, too soon.
Except it's a little bit more than what Matt had, but... Oh, man. Yeah, so... I mean, yeah. The 2 only just kept stringing him along a little bit more.
Oh, and he picks up he picks up clubs in his mind too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, you don't love it, but you're thinking, okay, like in a pinch, maybe the clubs will be good.
Yeah, we can oopsie some clubs sometimes. I mean,
Yeah.
backdoor hand. If there's anything that anyone's should learn from PLO, the immediate wake up call you're gonna get their experience is that backdoor hands and that think shit gets there. Stuff gets there.
Well, backdoor hands are good in the sense, like, if you already have a front door hand and, a backdoor hand, it adds that much more value to your potential, right? Like, is that what it's called?
No, we never fold the hand on the turn. Twitchy poker, we're never folding.
That's
we're
what
never
I'm saying.
folding the hand.
If you're
Yeah.
not folding. That's
No.
why I was saying you could maybe even get it in on the flop, because once a turn comes, it gives you even more outs, and it's like, okay, just go nuts. I mean, is there going to be a turn that he folds? I guess. If it's not like I don't know, if it pairs the board or something. And he would have saved himself like 300, so I guess you don't have to raise over that. Heart or pair, yeah. That's right, so Taylor's livened up a little bit. 2 hands in a row, that's not bad.
It's good. Limp pot poker. Flop comes down king, queen, 9. Mailman flops a straight.
Not a bad day for Mailman. In terms of flopping big hands with his speculative pre-flop calls, right? Like, I mean, whatever, Jack 10 with a suit.
No one runs better.
Than Mailman?
Yeah. Hearts now.
We don't know what Wolf has, but
Julian's got a blocker.
Mailman checks again, first position. He's actually going to get all of his, make no money on this hand because it just checked through 3 times. Now he has the nuts, or no, he's not the nuts. Yeah, he has the nuts.
He's hoping someone goes really thin here.
Yeah, and it's not happening. Yeah. I mean, I think you can bet the river.
After the turn checks through.
I mean, the
I
only
agree.
way you're getting any sort of value is if you bet the river and get someone money.
Someone like
it's only $45.
Someone could have checked back a small flush, but
Right.
at that we just bet. And then we bet, and then in with the small flush.
Wait, did the flush even get there? I don't think the flush.
Yeah, flush got there on the turn.
Oh, okay.
So
maybe that makes sense.
If someone did check back a small flush on the turn, they're not going to be raising this river, so we still need to be betting river. I concur.
Oh, yeah.
We should be betting river after the turn checks through.
Yeah, I mean, because you're never going to call a raise, and there's only $45 in the pot, right?
And no one's raising.
Checks down the nuts.
And if we do get raised, then we can confidently fold.
Twitch US, he checked his first position.
I think he's referring to the previous hand. With Taylor had the 6-5 or 7-6-4-3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who's he put in his small
Taylor adds on. Gonna go get some of his money back.
So I'd like to see Wolf get in there and get some money. That's what I'd like to see. Come on, Wolf. I'm supposed to be biased to a certain extent.
We should be.
But Wolf has been getting
Wolf
crushed all night.
It has not gone Wolf's way. King, Queen, 4-3, double suited. It's good enough for an open for the Wolf.
Well, it may not get started on this hand. The biggest problem with a hand like that is that you don't have an ace, right? I mean, you're never going to feel super great about having a flush. And, yeah.
7-4 deuce, rainbow.
This is going to go.
Checks through. 7 on the turn.
I feel like
Julian
every
might
time
just try to pick it up right here.
His name is usually Wolf.
Julian's going to lead for 40.
That's funny. If his name is Wolf, I don't know it, but yeah. I would agree. I think a lot of people... Look, there's all kinds of players. Every place you go to.
Every town has a Wolf player, and his name is usually Wolf. I love it. Wolf actually has the best hand here with a pair of 4s. And he's going to keep Julian honest.
Oh, Julian fired, huh? Now let's see if Wolf... He's probably going to go check.
Well, after the 7-4 deuce goes check on the flop, we just try to pick up the pot on the turn.
Yeah, and then Wolf is going to get a little bit back. A smidge. Oh, it's like I have like a big yawn, and I'm just like, oh. All right, Taylor. It says he only has 250. I think he bought back in.
He reloaded.
Reloaded. So everyone else is over $1,000. Taylor looks to have about 700, 800, 900, close to $1,000. I think if he's shuffling greens, then
he's got about 7.
like 900. Some.
Torture, yes. Referring to that previous hand, sets might call a small river bet. Sometimes 2 pair will keep people honest.
Yeah, it's such a small pot. $45. Like
just bet.
Yeah.
Just put some money in
if you
there.
bet fold, that's not that bad either, I guess, if somebody's raising, right? But it comes to the
After
same
turn
thing.
check through,
Who
you
is
bet.
checking a flush draw than a made flush?
Correct.
You know, and then
And any of those hands that would have been like that would have check back might have been a small
in position.
flush.
Yeah.
And in which case they're never raising us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. You can.
When it goes
we're
bet, when it
agreeing,
goes
I
bet
think.
call, we win a higher enough with a high enough frequency where it's profitable to bet there.
Yeah, checking all 3 times I didn't necessarily think was fantastic. Looks like Mike D, who hasn't been super active other than maybe like one hand against Wolf,
Yeah.
is the big winner, and I guess he got all the money on that one hand. Like, I'm assuming
win
though,
for value
isn't
on
this
3
from
streets with
before
one
the
pair.
stream starts also? The
I'm
uptick?
not positive. I think that's actually from the start of the stream.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
Then that one hand
So
is
I
worth
mean, who knows? Stuff that money that changed hands before stream is I don't think it's gonna be logged there. So this is just I
Okay.
believe since the stream started. So players might be up or down more or less than that, depending on what went on pre-stream.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, AO that not very many people, if any, are going to check the flush draw and then the made flush in consecutive hands, in consecutive turns in position, right? Like, you're not,
I concur.
probably not going to do that.
Matt's going to open up here to 30 with the King Jack 9-8, 3 hearts. I'm sorry, open to 35.
I don't think Eric is necessarily wrong. I just think there's a lot of different ways to play.
I'll
the
say
hand.
it. I think he was wrong. He was
Okay.
wrong, and then no, I'm just kidding. Eric's one of the good guys in NorCal poker. A good friend of mine. I can say that.
What's really fun about poker though is it's not like every hand. You could do a lot of different things every hand, I think. I do think at some point he should have bet.
I concur.
But maybe you bet the flop there
the
because
river.
of the flush draw, you know, to
Flop
you know.
or river.
Yeah.
Mike M 3 bets out of the small blind. Matt makes a call in position. Flop comes down Jack 7 to his 2 clubs. Here comes the bet. 150.
SD619HR. Oh my God, at Brent. What's up?
Matt's probably going to make the call. He does. Four is not the 2 pair that Matt was looking for.
Eric just won entry to the World Series of Poker Circuit PLO. You know what? I'm going to play that too. So if you want to test your PLO medal against the best.
I love it.
Yeah. I think I've been watching Rad too much. That was definitely his name.
Oh, man. I got to see that movie now.
Yeah.
4 pairs the board. Still can't see Mike's holdings. He did 3 bet pre.
I forget who SD619HR. Do we know each other, or are you just saying hi?
Bets 250. And I don't see Matthew calling this.
Yeah.
Would have been really,
It would
really
have been kind of a
optimistic.
sick. I mean, if there's a board you might be able to call like Ace Jack on, that might be that board, maybe. But King Jack, I mean, considering, I don't know. There's not a ton of boards where you can call like 1 pair, like 2 pairs on the,
I concur.
Ace Jack. But if there is a board, that might be it.
SD619, what's going on? Welcome to the stream.
Chillin', homie. Oh, all right, cool. I'm glad you like it.
It's good. Bro, it's good
Great
for
job.
you.
Awesome. Fantastic. I'm having a great time here at Stones Live, Citrus Heights. I always say Sacramento,
It is
even though it is, I mean...
I just say
yeah.
Sacramento because
Yeah.
you were like, where's...
Like, who is somebody in Georgia going to know where Citrus Heights is? They're
No,
going to
you
think,
just-
oh, that's down the street from me because I live in Georgia.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? It is.
Ace Jack's the same hand, King Jack there, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, if there's ever a
it's
board
in
where
bad
that
shape.
hand is good, that might be that board.
Yeah, the only thing that changes is like, oh, yeah, we're paying off kings instead of paying off aces.
Yeah.
here.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Over pairs bad. So, like,
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
it's the same thing. It's squadouche. 4-way limp pot, yuck.
yeah.
10-4 deuce, 2 diamonds. Wolf's
Oh, I
got
was
the
gonna
king
say
jack of
10.
diamonds.
Let's look at the hands. Yuck, 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 yuck.
Yuck, yuck, bet.
Maybe not. Card reader isn't right. Isn't the famous guy from the Lemon Show?
Big Mac stacks.
The famous guy from the
And there's
Lemon Show?
okay, so we got
that,
Mike M in
Live
the
at the Bike
chat.
thing?
He said that he had ace with nut clubs last hand.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's that's a decent board for aces.
Yeah, it's a really good board for aces. If there's ever a good board for aces, well, especially with the fours pairing on the river, 'cause then you would.
Yeah, exactly. So
I mean,
now
I'm
you're
sure
two
if
pair.
Matt would have had like Jack 7 or something like that hand, we would have heard about it sooner in the hand if he would have had
yeah.
flop 2 pair or a set. But I mean, in case for some weird reason he was just like playing the Jack 7 really slow, we then drew out on it.
Oh, Big Mac Stacks is Mike M.
Yes,
Cool. Awesome.
I think it's fun when players in the game get in the chat.
Yeah, I like
Good.
it too. That way I immediately know if I offended someone. No, Live at the bike show. Yeah. Live at the bike. I guess he retired. Oh, you're not the
He's the
limo.
famous guy from the Lyman show, bro.
Oh, I haven't watched very much Live at the Bike, if I'm being honest.
Or the Lyman show.
Isn't that limo like? I thought
Yeah,
that
well,
was-
he had his own separate show.
Oh, okay. I never watched.
Veronica would call into the show sometimes.
Oh,
and-
okay.
And talk smack.
it. Yeah, I'm not familiar.
Get in little.
I've heard the
disputes.
name. I'm familiar
Yeah.
with the name, but I'm not familiar with the person. Like,
We got an open here from Mike D. Wolf's gonna make the call. It's raised to 50. Wolf will limp in the
not a fan of the
18-7.
call, Wolf. Can we get Wolf in the chat here?
Hope springs eternal.
Tap Wolf on the shoulder. Tell him to get in the chat.
Equities run close.
Don't love it.
da, da,
Yeah,
da,
do they
I
run
mean,
that
all
close though? Like, eh.
remember, the only way you get yourself out of trouble when you make bad calls is to just keep saying pot until they fold, guys.
Is that going to work? I think Mike D is going to make more money here. Please don't call. Okay,
Bet is 105.
Wolf reached for his chips for a second, and I was like, okay, I'll be right back.
He thought about pretending to run good.
Shuffle masters. I don't know what they use, but they have shufflers.
Yeah, We're just the RFID cards here for the live stream are a little bit oversized, and so I don't believe they fit in the shuffler you see on there on the table.
They're thicker, right? Because they gotta have the.
They're not really not. I mean, not if you ever like. They're really not that. I mean, you can't tell unless I told you, hey, there's a microchip inside this card. You would never know.
Normal?
You would never know, and they're slightly oversized, so they don't like really work well in the shufflers. So
those things break down enough as it is.
Yeah.
I don't know how many I've seen get replaced at different tables. So. What in the world is Moobot talking about? I don't know. Somebody probably cussed, or maybe it was just like set on a timer to remind people.
I think Moobot's just trying to entice someone to like.
I did curse
some, like,
earlier.
Belly button pictures, maybe hey, just remind it it's not age restricted.
Yeah, I think this is pretty decent viewers for PLO, considering Poker Go is going right now, and I guess Live with the Bike. But
Zondo on 11, what's going on?
Look, if you're picking which show to watch, you should be watching this show
Everyone.
over Live at the Bike. If you're watching Poker Masters, it's only day one. Nothing is going to be decided today. The first final table is tomorrow. Just hang out here. Watch Poker Go. Watch the on-demand of Poker Go.
There we go.
Tomorrow.
Mike's going to open up the 9966.
9966.
Double paired hands are playable
Right, well, let's
in
remember,
PLO, but we prefer to have like big pairs so we can overset someone. 9966, if we flop a set and money starts like piling in the pot, we're oftentimes going to be in some trouble.
Let's remember that Mike is watching. No,
Taylor makes a call in position.
not a board you're ever going to continue with. And Jeff goes final two tables of 6 max to be good. Oh, wow, okay, yeah. So great job, Jeff. There is a ton of stuff. What's cool is that you have options on Twitch Poker. Lots of options. I mean, a year ago, wouldn't have had this many options. So Twitch Poker's gotten pretty big. All kinds of stuff going on. I think everybody's got their hand in it. But like I said, right now...
It's like a second poker boom almost. I mean, it's not like the moneymaker effect all over again. But
it's like a poker like renaissance kind
it's
of a little
exactly,
bit. Like
it's a renaissance.
The streaming thing is kind of adding a different element to poker for sure.
It's good.
And yeah. But I mean, there's tons of good stuff on. To be honest, if I wasn't here, I'd probably be watching this. And if I wasn't watching this, I'd probably be watching Poker Masters. But like I said, it's day one.
Day one.
Literally just started. They got 8 other days or 7 other days.
I saw Negranu try to book action with anyone and everyone.
Yeah.
On winning.
He's got over $1 million potentially
props,
in winning.
Yeah.
If he wins. I actually, so I've been doing the Poker News podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I recorded everything today. It's going to come out like tomorrow. But like a Poker Masters preview where I talked to him a little bit about that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So if you guys want to check that out, you can.
Mike M's going to open up here to 35. Julian's going to make the call with a double pair.
Matt's got a button hand.
Queen, Jack, 8-7 double suited. It's playable. We're in position.
Yeah. If Stones is streaming all of the live feeds, go to the rail. Well, that's awesome, Torchier. That means a lot, considering we're not giving away jackets here. We could.
We could.
I suppose.
I've given away jackets here.
Oh, yeah. Let's see, 7755. Same thing, right?
Yeah, same.
Not a huge fan. The thing with, too, is like the lower your cards get, the less likely your flush is going to feel great, right?
Yeah.
So I guess it's the... Wow.
Did Hollywood fold King, Queen, Queen, 6? Mind you,
facing 140...
Oh no! Matt 3-bet. I apologize. Matt 3-bet the button to queen.
Julian said, "Let's go." Wow.
Wow.
3 people saw it for.
And did Matt flop 2 pair here? Is that what I saw there? No.
No.
King 8-3, 2 spades. Matt does have spades.
Oh, yeah.
Check bet fold.
Pretty uneventful action post flop.
3-bet now. Tell me, do you really want to love me forever?
Oh. Huh. I got my cool Twitch shirt on. You guys can see we are live. Wait, live.
Live.
Live. Oh, man. What was that? I guess we know what we could watch after the Stones live stream, which still has an hour left, right?
Yeah.
So stay tuned here. Poker Masters, Live at the Bike. It'll all be there when you're done. Plus, how many of them are playing PLO? 0.
Exactly.
0 PLO. Stone sucks you back long time. Shirt is a Barney sex man.
That's
I do
good.
really well in the purple. There is a great Kathy Liebert joke on the podcast too about wearing purple.
Is there really?
Yeah, because it's not really a joke. It's just like a, looks good in purple comment. Because she always wears that purple suit or purple shirt. You know,
I'll be honest, I have not paid that much attention to Kathy Liebert's wardrobe.
yeah, well,
I had not noticed.
your loss. Yeah, no, the Torture You makes a great point. Is typically the only thing you could find was ESPN's coverage of the main event, and
Yeah.
that's about it. Now we got a lot of stuff, streaming, all that kind of stuff. I mean, quite a few casinos are doing the same thing. Obviously, we're doing it better than them. In case you guys haven't noticed.
Flop comes 8-5-4,
But,
2 spades. Just gonna check through. Turn Queen of Spades. Wolf still checking. Julian will probably just try to pick it up here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Checks
really love
through.
betting any of that. I don't see a. We kept looking because I was thinking like, oh, Julian, okay, he's got.
Julian's got
jack
the
of
nut
spades.
8,
Yep,
and Julian over 8s him.
got him. Wins
That's
a huge
the goal.
pot.
You're trying to over 8 somebody in PLO. You don't forget oversetting someone. Just get
Yeah.
just over 8 them. Just get a bigger 8.
You just outkicked him. Yeah. I saw it was a PLO tournament at the series. Some guy got eliminated with 8 high, losing to like he had 8-6 high, and he lost to 8-7 high because they both got it all in on the flop with a draw.
with draw.
And neither of them got there, and the 8 to
Oh, that's brutal.
yeah, it's pretty funny. I mean, it was funny for me. Obviously, not that funny for the guy who completely whiffed his draw and lost to 8 high. But yeah. So it's 5-5 PLO, currently a
Playing with
mandatory
$10,
$10
the
straddle,
mandatory
right?
10. The last PLO stream we played, we had a 4-color deck. If I'm not mistaken. We're not running a 4-color deck tonight. I just noticed that.
Yeah, interesting. Maybe
I think Julian just put in the double straddle.
nice.
Get the game out of the muck.
Julian's like, we're entering the final hour. It's time to crank things up
Quit
a
messing
notch.
around.
Wow.
And Matt says, okay, well, there's more free money out there, so here we go. Raise the 75 from Matt. There's 4 blinds in this game, in this hand now. A double straddle from the NorCal Jew, Julian.
Hollywood's gonna fold. Man's gonna fold.
Does Julian call dark? Come on, Julian, don't look at the cards.
Oh. I mean, I think technically you're supposed to call. I mean, if you had raised here, he's supposed to call. But
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
It's hard to continue with Queen 9/7.
Can we get the double straddle to continue?
Yeah, I mean,
Come on, Taylor.
Taylor, I don't know.
He's probably not the guy to do it, doesn't seem like.
I'm gonna say Taylor does it. Taylor does it. He's gonna do it.
You know, some guys...
He's already done it. No, he didn't. He put in the regular straddle. Dang it, Taylor.
He's just going to limp dark.
Limping dark? That looks interesting. Oh, no.
Julian's going to help him out there. There you go.
All right, Taylor did it.
Oh, no.
And Matt's definitely going to do it.
Matt pushes back the chips.
Oh, wait, no, he wants to. He did put
No.
those chips out. He put
He
the
thought
10
it-
out.
well, he
oh, he
thought
thought
it
it
was
was the
his-
big
he
blind.
thought it was the straddle.
Okay.
No.
And then Julian was trying to
And
encourage
Julian's
him
trying
to
to-
become the
come on.
straddle. Hey, you already got half of it out there anyway.
Why not, right?
Limping dark, Phil Helmuth upper level strategy. You know what?
White magic.
I guess if you're Phil Helmuth, you can do literally whatever you want and get away.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
Got his own rules, his own set of,
at a certain
things
point,
you
you
can get away with and can't
can
get
just
away with.
do things based on your reputation, right?
Yeah, I'm Phil Helmuth. I'm allowed to do this.
Right. Let's see. That said, I kind of am interested in watching the Poker Masters, but not right now. Stay tuned here. Like I said, first final table isn't until tomorrow at noon. You got plenty of time. But plus, I think they say like 30-minute levels. Let's see. Matt H. with not a terrible hand. I mean, But you almost want an ace, right? Like you want, if you're gonna go suited, you almost want to make sure you can have the
double
nuts
suited.
some way, yeah.
Wolf's gonna make the call.
So I definitely like the ace 9, 8 6 double suited a lot more than like the 9 6 5 4 double suited, right?
Mike M and Julian both come along. 4-way action. Trying to get a look at the flop here. It came out. I didn't see it fast enough.
2 4s and a king, I think.
It checks through. Yeah, king
Yeah.
4-4. Turn queen, and Julian turns queens full.
Yeah.
No one's got a 4.
It's gonna feel pretty good about it too. I do not think he's gonna get very many people to call him though, which is whatever. That's just a unfortunate thing. I guess maybe someone could call with a king. Like this is a spot where Wolf might call.
It's a bit optimistic.
Yeah.
I got a hard time thinking that Julian's leading king jack here, and we lose a king queen as well. I'd love to.
I'm inside that dude's head. No, I'm just kidding. I'm saying if we're getting a call ever, we're getting a call from him.
It was
in
bet
that
105,
spot.
call 105.
Oh, I thought he had a jack. I really thought he had a jack. I thought this jack was there.
Oh.
I thought he was gonna get. I thought Julian was about to get paid off again for a huge pot. And
River 10. Julian's somehow hoping against all odds that the Wolf made Broadway somehow, or has a 4.
You can't.
Bet big.
If you want any value here, you can check. But I think he's gonna try to.
Everything gets checked back.
190. Yeah.
Unless we're gonna try to check raise a 4.
He's gonna try to value bet. No, yeah. No one's gonna.
Yeah.
It's a similar situation. Like, if he's going to bet, he's probably going to call this. No, that's not true. Wolf might just bluff randomly.
Julian bets 190.
What's up, I flop him? I flop him.
I would have bet bigger, but then again, Julian's better at PLO than I am.
Yeah.
I think anything he's going to call, he's going to call. Wow! And this is why Julian's better at PLO than I am. He knows exactly.
Ace queen gets, I mean, like, yeah.
Gets called.
Oh, he had ace king. So, I mean, yeah, like I said. Again, I mean, if there is a board where it's not.
Well, that's either my opponent has a 4 and is going to pay off, or my opponent called with a Broadway draw on the turn is going to pay off as well, or they're not. That's kind of like my thinking there. But then again, once again,
Wolf is
I'm
way
wrong.
lighter than we think that he's going to be if he's calling there, right? Like, it's not. I mean, that's the absolute lightest anyone's ever going to call you in that spot, right? Ace king.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't think you should call the flop. Or I flop, whatever. I think it was checked through on the flop.
Check through.
I don't know that you call the turn. I mean, what you have no draw, right? So you're at that point you're like, I'm only playing this one hand. There's no potential for me to improve, right?
You're hoping that your opponent just like let a straight draw on the turn.
I mean, like,
and then bricks.
Yeah.
Like once a 10 comes off and the opponent bets, no, we definitely have to fold.
Yeah.
I flop him. Welcome to the stream. It is 5-5-10 PLO with the occasional Julian Galvan $20 straddle. And it looks like Mike D is going to put in the $20 straddle as well.
Yes, Mike D. It should be an exciting third hour.
Here we go. So
since we're getting the double straddles now.
Double straddle. Wolf's going to limp in, as does Hollywood. Free money on the button, but Eric will not try to pick it up.
Yes. Here we go. This is a spot where a player like Julian could definitely pot here. I haven't seen his hand. But there's already a decent amount of chips in the pot.
And there we go.
Yep, boom. And let's see what of the hands that are probably going to continue, I don't love, I actually I'm not a fan of
Julian
that
makes it
call from
135
Wolf.
to go.
I want to feel bad for Wolf, but it's hard because I really just don't get what's happening.
Jack 10-6.
Yeah.
I think he's stuck. He's run bad,
he's
and he's just like, hey, let's flop a miracle.
True. I mean,
and try to double through.
Let's see. There are some flops where you could smash with this hand, except the Ace of Spades is now in Julian's hand. So,
it did start out as 5-5, then it went immediately almost to 5-5-10, and now it's 5-5-10.
20 sometimes?
5-5-10, 20 sometimes. Julian's got a real hand. Got the ace 8-6.
And it's actually like way better than he needed to be in that spot to make the same move, right? Like you could do that with a lot of other hands.
Well, here's the thing: if Wolf's calling that light pre, we probably don't want to be 3-bet bluffing out of position because we're just getting called.
Really
no
good
matter
turn.
What.
Gives him the diamonds and the open-ended. It was a 5 of diamonds.
Yep. Julian picks
So-
up the open-ended straight flush draw,
Yeah, I
ace-high
mean-
flush draw, and still has the best hand with a pair of aces.
I would say I can't see Wolf calling. I honestly can't see Wolf calling. I cannot see that. I could see. I mean, I don't know how, but maybe I could see him treating the flop. But
Bet is 260.
I was
the
gonna
Wolf-
say, if he calls here, I'm convinced that the card reader is broken because I don't get what's happening.
Twitch Booger, oh, that's why you
Yeah,
do
right,
need to
good
3-bet
job.
light to get heads up versus Wolf.
No, because if he's gonna call your 3-bet,
No, I
with
said I
king,
wouldn't.
five,
I
three
wouldn't. I
deuce-
wouldn't 3-bet bluff. Is what I'm saying. Twitchy Poker. I wouldn't 3-bet bluff out of position, just because we're always getting called. You 3-bet light, yeah, but not 3. I wouldn't 3-bet
No,
bluff.
yeah,
let,
exactly.
me let me clarify. I probably
He's gonna have a
misspoke.
strong hand in that spot. Oh wait, when's the
we
next
know
Veronica
that's
and
we know
Friends?
that's not a light 3-bet. We're saying that that's a light 3-bet. We're speculating that Julian could make a light 3-bet.
Oh well, I think you could. You don't have to 3-bet there with aces, right? Like I think you could totally do that with like a king, queen, jack, 10, like a strong like drawing hand.
Good point. Twitchy Poker is also. It's pretty hard to bluff against someone who's calling
Yeah.
king 7 5 deuce.
Where you end up getting value is getting
Yeah.
him to call those flops
Or
and
you
turns.
don't
where-
even realize that you're value betting.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point.
No, it's hard. A lot of poker is emotional. If you're stuck, it's easy to like chase it, you know. And you do have a suited king. You know, there are flops that could be good for you. And PLO is a game, you know, that I think can trap a lot of people because you look at your hand and you think, oh, like it's really good. This hand, in other terms, is actually really good. It's king, king, 10. For the mailman, which is much better than we normally see him hitting,
Correct.
getting in there with.
He's going to open the pot, makes it 40 to go. Mike M's going to make the call on the button. Can't see his cards. We're having a little trouble with Mike M's card reader.
But he had a suited king. No, see, exactly. It's like rationalizing somewhat poor decisions. And then Mike, in there with the jack, 8, 6, 7, it's mediocre. Just because, you know, your jack high flush is not going to really make you feel very good. And your 8 high flush probably not going to make you feel any good either. So I like the bet by mailman. It's a safe flop to bet. So Mike raise?
Mike D makes a call.
Okay. King. All right. So now Mike is going to continue because he's got the nut flush draw now. Mailman's going to bet again. I think it's again it's not necessarily a safe bet, but it's a good bet because like what does he have, right? Like ace jack, maybe he's got a 3, he's going to keep
like 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that.
In this spot now, Mike probably, if he was calling the turn, he might, or the flop, he might raise here. Oh,
Calls
he just
140.
called. Wow. Okay, so now mailman, I don't know. Like,
Great card for mailman.
he's not going to get paid regardless of what he bets, but Mike M has a chance to.
And
now,
now-
I don't think Mike M is ever getting a fold here. I don't think mailman's going to fold.
Mailman's checking because he's putting Mike M specifically on jacks.
Is he? I mean, I don't see mailman folding. I think the only bet he might fold to, which he probably is never folding to, is a pot. But I really don't see. I assume that mailman's just going to check call this
Yeah, you have
100%
to.
of the time.
If he's got jacks full.
I mean, you were
or
never going to get called
quads-
if you bet. I don't think you're ever getting called if you bet.
I think we get called sometimes. Mailman throws away the kings.
I guess he's assuming he has a 3.
He must have quads. I mean,
Yeah.
is that we're just assuming he has quads or jacks
I don't know.
full?
I mean, I am almost always calling in that spot. I guess you could. I had ace 3 and tried to bluff my way out. I misread the thought. I had ace 3 and tried to bluff my way out. Oh, okay.
Okay, so there we
Mike-
go. Mike M in the chat.
Yeah, because the flop call was a little different, but obviously the turn gave him the flush draw.
So there you see. That explains Mike's call on the flop. He says that he misread his hand and thought he had ace 3, and then he tried to bluff his way out, and it worked.
I mean, I'm surprised it worked, but I just assumed the way mailman bet twice, right? you check call because you figure you don't want to get raised.
And we lose to aces as well, but we have no reason to suspect our opponent has aces. Mike hasn't been one of those guys so far that's been.
It would have been an interesting line with aces, I guess.
Flatted aces pre. Yeah. I haven't seen him.
I mean, he would have been the most patient person in the world with aces because it's flat, and then he's betting.
The three on
without the three.
If the other three doesn't come, then I think you can argue for a check to fold some hands on the river. But once the presumed
like the third best
hand,
right?
Three, yeah.
The third best possible hand at that point. There's a three aces.
We lose
that's it.
We lose to jacks, aces.
And jacks, like pocket jacks.
We lose to jacks, aces.
So you have the fourth.
The
best
case
hand.
3. I don't like the fold. Then again, I don't like most things.
Yeah.
7 deuce deuce.
Where is that in your book? It's not in the book.
It's not in the book.
There's no chapter about folding. Pot it till you win it.
Nikki B, welcome to the stream.
Yeah, if you ever visit California, say come to San Francisco, then take like an hour and a half drive over to Sacramento, Citrus Heights, and hit up Stones.
Wolf bets the 6-6-5-5, takes down the pot.
Snap call. It's interesting because you think that he's checking because he's going to call anything, right? Check calling.
I agree.
Yeah, that's what I just assumed he was going to call from the moment that he checked, but yeah. I mean, and that's where it's good to be able to bluff with nothing in PLO because there's a lot of boards that people are scared of. I mean, he had a really good hand there, and he was scared of a 3.
Chapter 3 in the book, guys. Yeah. Always pretend to have it.
Yeah.
Just keep saying pot until they fold.
Good.
And I believe we have a $20 straddle on again, this time courtesy of Mike M in seat 1.
I just want to say thanks to the
Big
Mike
Mac
M.
Stacks.
Keep it going, Mike M.
Keeping it real.
Yeah, he's in the chat.
Really,
he can
really
hear
real.
the stream. Keep those $20 straddles coming.
We're playing 7-handed right now, I believe. So Julian is in the rare position where he's in the cutoff and under the gun at the same time.
You gotta love it.
Under the gun +1 and on the button is Taylor.
Yeah, pretty good, Nikki B. We having a great time watching. Where do you live when you say you're not in the States?
Be specific. Address, everything. People are paying attention.
Also include photos.
Social security number, all of it. All the above.
Everything.
Yeah. Where your kids go to school. It's fine.
All right, woof.
Open to 75 from Taylor on the button. Wolf's going to make the call. Mike M. God, I don't straddle for nothing. I don't straddle
yes, Mike M.
And there's a 3-bet.
Which is so weird because he actually might get through here given the strength of each of these hands. I suppose on the button I don't really hate Taylor. Oh, well, yeah, wow, you guys are demanding. That's it, yeah. Toronto, Canada. We don't have poker streamed here. Yeah. That's super. That's twice where somebody's had aces. You don't necessarily have to have aces in that spot, but what a great spot for Mike.
It looks like Taylor's thinking that maybe Mike is squeezing here.
Yeah, but are you flatting 350 here?
No, I think we might be thinking about like jamming, but we don't have any fold equity.
It's only got 600-700. Yeah.
Yeah, we can't make our opponent's going to call off anything at that point.
Yeah. Oh.
If we could like send it like 1,200 back or something like that, or like 9, make it 1,000 back.
Yeah, if he had more behind, maybe.
Then maybe if we think that okay, Mike M's just squeezing, trying to print some money.
Sometimes if you feel like somebody's making a move, you just have to let him make the move, right? Like because the situation is just not.
It's okay to get bluffed.
Not
guys.
Great for you. I mean, Taylor needs very specific flops, so calling there is very.
It's out of the question.
Yeah, it's never happened.
Calling's our worst option.
Shoving there is only a min raise back, and Mike M is never going to fold in that spot, regardless of whether it was a squeeze or not. Right?
Exactly. At that point, we're priced in.
All right, players, now we're going to do our limit draw.
Yeah.
Mike M shows the aces.
Not too bad.
Way to, what a time to double straddle and wake up with aces.
Yeah, wake up with double straddle, wake up with aces, and then and you're facing a raise and a call.
Yeah.
That puts Mike M as the big winner. I think what is it? Cash win? Is that what it is?
Correct, Mundo.
Win.
All right, our 9 o'clock round
Cash win. It looks like yes. Oh, Mike D is still the big winner, but Mike M is right behind him. And if you think about it, other than the first hand, Mike M has been on a pretty big heater since he.
Yeah, he's done very well.
I think got felted.
Doubled the Wolf at one time,
there,
but Wolf was short, so things have gone well for him.
Yeah, I mean he lost like 700 on the first hand, so being up 1,000.
Yeah, no,
pretty
it's good.
pretty good. Or not the first hand, but the first big hand he played.
Yeah, the first real hand we played. The double straddles continue. 5-5, 10-20. Action on Taylor.
Playing at the playground. I've been there. Playground Poker Club in Montreal. Pretty exciting place. They hit a huge bad beat jackpot 2-3 weeks ago for like 600,000 or something. It was insane. All right, Taylor.
Taylor opens up ace queen 4-3 double suited.
Oh, Mike says he doubled before the stream of the straight flush. So he's
Nice.
right. So in theory, what he lost on that hand, he actually didn't even really lose. So he only lost whatever his normal buy.
He's probably up quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
Julian's going to defend. I didn't come into double straddle for nothing. Get him double straddle and fold. King, king, queen, 2 diamonds. Julian's open-ended. Make it straight
It's
with
like
a jack 10
scary-ish
or 9.
board. Taylor.
Yeah, we're not
Taylor
loving
bet and
a lot of the cards that make our straights make him boats against his under the gun range. Can't draw on that board.
So Taylor's the low stack at 745. Wolf, who's I think he had to buy in a couple times. He's down 1.6, which is not huge, not huge in 5-5 PLO.
And he's playing 5-5-10 with occasional 5-5-10-20.
Yeah.
3 down 1600. I mean, that happens.
And he's got like 900 in front of him now. It looks like, or 8 or 900.
I mean, that's like how
So a double puts him pretty.
That's like a normal 4-8 Omaha session for me. Like, I'm in 1600. What can I say?
They're just like blind capping every hand. How do you play? Let me know when you're playing 4-8 Omaha. If you're putting in
force trauma.
1600. Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
All right, draw another winner.
Double straddle still. And Taylor is keeping the double straddle going.
Yeah, you don't want to be. I mean, you can be that guy, and I'm pretty sure everyone at Stones would protect your right to be that guy that doesn't double straddle, but nobody really wants to be that guy. They're not volunteering.
We're
to
also
going to
let you know though that you're ruining everyone's fun.
Hey Odette, did you say you're the furthest away? I'm not sure. We've had some people from far away. Canada is definitely not the furthest away.
No.
Yeah, in terms of people watching the stream. So.
And now we get an open from Julian with the ace queen 10-4 suited ace. Wolf's in position 10-10-9-4.
Oh, Malaysia.
We
Yeah,
got
you
a
might
dangler.
be. That's what I was gonna say. Maybe I was thinking of you when I said that because I was thinking of someplace in Asia.
And Julian's gonna flop top 2.
Ooh, against the set. Yeah, it's one of those
to
situations
the
where
wolf.
depending on how aggressive, Wolf might continue now.
Diamonds. Wolf picks up a diamond draw that's no
Oh,
good.
I
Here
took
we
it.
go.
A check
And
behind.
diamonds get there.
And Julian is probably not going to bet again. I can't see Julian betting again.
It's gonna go check
Oh,
so
wow.
it goes check so much though.
Yeah.
After it goes check flop check
Okay,
turn.
so this is a situation we were talking about before, where you bet and he's going to fold if Wolf raises, but he's betting because maybe.
Well, he's not gonna
he
fold
gets a
Wolf raises. He's got the nut.
No.
Julian.
Oh,
does.
Julian has enough.
Julian's got the nut. Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah. I was like, wait. Oh, okay.
No,
yeah.
Julian.
Never mind. Well, it's just another.
After
another
flop hands, I go
situation
check.
for
We
Wolf.
can't.
Yeah, so
we
never
can't.
mind. You're right. He's
We have no
never-
reason. It's just, even though
I can't believe I said check.
we know that Wolf would have bet. I mean, Julian
sure.
Julian can't know that.
When I said check,
Yeah.
I thought he missed.
Okay.
Yeah. And I assumed it would be like I thought he was betting the pair.
Gotcha.
Or the 2 pair. No such thing called poker here. See, Hollywood's up 600. Great job, Hollywood.
At that one hand, he got aces against
Yeah,
aces.
aces against aces. That's how Hollywood's going to make money in the PLO. Aces versus aces, and he makes a flush draw. Funny to think.
Hollywood
Wolf
wrote a chapter in the
thinks
book
it's
called
unbelievable.
Coolering People. Double straddle is on 5-5 10-20.
Several
Mike D
hands.
under the gun in the hijack.
All right, Wolf, it's your time.
And
your
ace
time,
queen
Wolf.
queen 8. Here we go. And
Mike
limp.
D's got. I mean, under the gun with a hand like that. I don't hate limping.
We're also in the hijack. There's four
Oh,
four
true,
big
you're
blinds
right.
in there.
You're right. With all those
There's-
straddles and stuff, you're letting all these straddles get in pretty easily. Yes. I don't know. I don't love the hand, but I love the move.
Wolf's gonna open up
Yeah.
the 10-7-5-3.
But
Suited.
he's in the
He's
cup
got Tooman.
or the hijack.
He's taking range
10-7-5-3.
advantage. It's a wizard.
All right, scatters.
I mean, Mike D all but bet him to raise there when he limped first act. There's too much free money. Wow. Okay, Julian did not.
Twitchy
call,
Poker prefers in the previous hand bet turn check raise river. If we bet that previous turn, do you think our opponent calls? Is he not checking back river a lot of times with 2 diamonds per
hey,
hand?
what's up, man? Look like I don't know if that's a spoiler. We probably shouldn't say it.
King 3 deuce 2 clubs.
Yeah, it just keeps getting worse for Wolf. So
Mike T's checks.
A mediocre chose pre-flop.
This is probably Wolf's probably gonna bet and take it down here.
Oh, yeah, because Mike
Range
does
advantage.
not have Queen 8 clubs. In that case, great job, Wolf. Like, if
255.
The turn don't get raised and Wolf has diamonds. Oh, I get it. Yeah, if you bet turn, he calls, then you can feel comfortable checking and assume that he's going to bet.
Bet turn and don't get raised, and Wolf has diamonds a lot.
Yeah. All right. I mean, it's like I said, you're kind of exploring the space, trying to figure out what you think he's going to do with whatever potential hand he might have. So, what's cool is Wolf made something out of nothing, really.
There you go.
He made a little bit of money with a hand that most people wouldn't make any money with. So, that was good. It's one of those things too. If you got to follow it up on any flop, right? If you're gonna raise that in position, then you got to use the position.
Twitch Poker, Wolf does not have sets and flop and doesn't have straight on turn if he flats. I agree with all that. You don't think he ever checks back, flop, and then flats turn with some pair hands? With one pair, 2 pair hands?
Nikki, I'm not sure. Sometimes the numbers are a little skewed, so it might not have been completely accurate in terms of the number, but there wasn't that much money in the pot. It was probably about 200. So maybe the 255 was not correct. Oh, I get it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe. Oh, you know what? The pot bet thing doesn't necessarily count the straddles, does it? Or it does?
It should.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure then.
I didn't see if there was a...
We'll have to check that out, but what's a kilometer? That's funny. How did you know it was a kilometer just by the abbreviation, Eric?
And the ace-queen hand had top 2, so yeah, we're blocking the 2 pair possibilities. Okay, I follow. We're blocking pairs.
Some really... it sounds like your book is getting a little bit longer. Your PLO book is getting a little bit longer.
The strategy hasn't changed.
Right.
You
just
taught
keep
it until you win it. You just...
Yeah. Well, Wolf employed
force trauma.
Wolf employed the strategy and won.
See, and now he's listening.
Yeah.
And now we turned it around. We've righted the ship, and you just play blunt force trauma poker. You keep smashing until someone's head caves in.
Oh, Taylor. I like. It's a pretty hand. I think I like the look of that hand. I'm not sure that I'm loving a 10 high flush draw.
It's a wonderful hand.
Yeah.
10 high flush draw. Wolf's got a 7 high flush draw. Bet 60.
6.
Taylor gets out of the way. Matt's out of the way as well.
Should I put in miles?
See? And there we go. Like, Wolf has now opened up the book. He knows what to do.
2 in a row for Wolf.
See? You just...
Streaking.
Guys, now...
He's streaking.
You know. I wasn't lying. You just keep pretending to run good until they realize what you're doing.
And piece it together. If you guys need to learn to play, watch Wolf's play. How not to play PLO. You know what?
Homie just won two hands in a row, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. Wolf's
Crusher.
about to go ham. Let's see. Yeah, it's fun because you get to see what this leads to 30 minutes from now. It seems like the type of guy you'd win a couple bucks against in PLO. I like how the guy that doesn't play poker is like, Wolf looks like the guy. Poker's not legal where he's at. Wolf looks like a guy I could win some money from. You know what? I think everybody looks like someone you might be able to win some money from the way poker is,
That's the way I see poker.
Yeah.
Everyone's bad.
You should
I'm
look
bad.
at it that way. Oh, yeah, that's true. Actually, it's funny. My dad asked me one time, he's like, how, like on a scale of 1 to 10, or he didn't ask me a scale, but he's like, are you any good at poker? And I was like, honestly, I'm probably like a 4, but so many people are 2s that it's like, I'm all right.
It's relative. Wolf, you're ace, 10, 9, 8, double suited.
I don't hate that. It's a good hand. It's like top tier of Wolf playing hands so far.
He's had a lot of worse hands. Julian flops a flush.
A lot of worse hands. And Wolf is flop top too.
Aces and
Oh,
eights.
that's right, Nikki B. Sorry, I confused you with the guy from Malaysia. Sorry. But yes.
Wolf checks again. Julian's got to get some money in this time. No, checks back.
Interesting choice. Jake been in a live stream. It's Big Jake. Is that who's that? I don't know who that is.
I have not seen Big Jake in any of the streams lately. Oh no, he made a final. I think the win the button.
I don't know.
I think Big Jake final tabled the win the button.
He
not mistaken.
plays 204 and no. Yeah, he's playing bigger than this. But this is a fun game. It's getting pretty big too with the straddles and the double straddle. It's getting pretty big. Only one thing with poker. Calls again. You know what? Oh wait, did he just call the river again?
Yeah. Check back call.
It has not been Wolf's night, but you know, I think if I had to guess, not knowing anything about Wolf, I feel like Wolf probably plays a fair bit of No Limit Hold'em. Maybe not a ton of Omaha.
Whenever Omaha's spread, Wolf's
is in there.
he's in the
Okay,
games.
never mind. I take it back.
Like I said, he's got no fear.
Who is the guy to left of the dealer? That is Taylor.
To the left of the dealer, that's
To
going to be
left of the
Mike.
dealer.
Mike M. Right
No,
there.
to left of the. To the left of the dealer. Well, he wrote two. I thought he was
To the
meaning
left.
the number.
Oh,
Yeah.
in which case that would be Julian.
But no, yeah, Mike M is. He's also in the chat too. The people in Hold'em would have a flush there, let alone PLO. It's kind of like an actor or something. You know, he does look familiar. Maybe you've seen him playing poker tournaments around. Not sure. He also might be an actor. I don't know. I wouldn't know.
He's just like
Let's just say as a
cat
standard,
enthusiast,
yeah. It's just like as a standard thing. If you're playing every hand, and if we had the VPIP thing, I'm pretty sure Wolf's VPIP would
Wolf's
be
winning VPIP.
like off the charts. So if you're playing
At the end of
this
the night-
many hands, it's going to be hard to win.
That's what really matters. What happened? How'd poker go? I won VPIP.
Yeah.
I won VPIP.
Hey, you're top of the leaderboard.
Yeah.
VPIP leaderboard.
I
We
won
don't
the
have
VPIP.
it. It's not being kept anywhere this
That
time.
would be
but-
wonderful, like prop bet or side bet in this game. You know, like hey, I'll bet you. Like in a game at this stakes, if you had a relatively large size like VPIP like side bet with someone, they just drive action.
Yeah.
Like, if everyone put like $100 VPIP,
wow.
something like that, like just like hey, whoever's got the highest VPIP at the end of the night wins the monies. That would just drive people off the wall. People would that'd be you'd be winning $700.
Yeah.
It
would be interesting.
That's a good. We ought to get
I
that
was
going.
just thinking next time we should do for the last 30 minutes. You can either have Wolf or the field
for
for VPIP. Wolf or the field.
It's a push. He's playing
I
every-
mean, Mike M is a solid bet because he's
it's a
playing
push.
a fair bit of hands, but I don't think anybody's touching Wolf.
Nikki B, does Stones ever have MTTs? Yes, so we got a big tournament series coming up. The 250K Guaranteed Stones Classic, September 29th through October 8th.
Yeah, Stones Classic. So there's tons of MTTs all in one
Bunch of
chunk.
MTTs.
The cool part, Stones has every Saturday, or most Saturdays when the tournament series aren't on, $125 or $20 10K guarantee.
10K every Saturday,
Every
yeah.
Saturday. So I mean that's pretty awesome. Started
And
having a Sunday 6 max too, $100.
Sunday 6 max.
Sunday
It
6
runs
max.
every Sunday. It's good. It's a good room for cash.
So a lot of
games,
regular
tournaments.
tourneys.
Yeah.
And then these, like the
The
Stones
series
Classic
coming up,
is going to
yeah.
be pretty fantastic. So
Flop is King Jack 4, 2 diamonds. Mike and Taylor heads up.
both of these hands are in
Taylor was the
reasonable
aggressor.
spots on this flop. I mean, Taylor, and we've seen Taylor as a guy who would
Got
perhaps
a little Broadway rap.
use the blocker, right? Like,
We saw him do it before.
yeah.
We saw him
Plus,
get
he's got a
Matty
little
off.
bit more on this flop than he had last time.
Alert, Wolf folded something pre. Well, it wasn't his choice. They didn't want to. A piece of him died as he did it. Bet is 150.
Jake is going to be taking it.
Mike,
Oh, Big Jake. It's like that.
The big,
Yeah,
big,
big.
yeah.
Okay, I know
Large
what you're talking
mammal.
about. Yeah, he is huge.
yeah, he must work out.
He might be huge, Jake. No.
Mike D, Broadway rap, diamond draw,
That's 150.
raised to 560.
Oh,
Mike D with a
Taylor
straight draw,
bet.
flush
Wow.
draw.
Yeah, I don't see Taylor continuing on this.
No way.
You don't. It's again, theoretically, maybe if he had more chips, he might be able to use the blocker to bluff. Maybe, but not very often. And probably not against the guy that just threw betting. And he's like, yeah. My guess is he's holding the ace of diamonds in his hands, realizing like what's happening here. Like,
Big flop for Mike.
oh yeah, that's true. I would imagine he's there. Is that where you're at, Abe? What is the casino host thinking about it? Well, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Stones Live, 1020 PLO now. It started out as 5-5, but for the last 30 minutes or so, it's been a double straddle. It's been pretty standard. Hello, Zeno11. How are you? Yeah, it's pretty exciting. So far, Mike M is the big winner, or Mike M and Mike D, the two Mikes,
Mike's
are winning all the
Mike show.
chips, and Wolf has had the worst of it so far.
Well, he's
But
had a rough
there's
go of it.
30 minutes left.
We can turn it around.
Never too late in PLO.
Oh yeah. At the rate that I can set money on fire in this game, you can catch
It's like,
me
hey,
here.
Wolf, just hang out long enough for Jake to get in that game.
you can get it all
Everything will
back.
be okay. In PLO is the best strategy to get people to fold.
Oftentimes.
I mean, sure, it's a great strategy. Wolf! I don't know why. Wolf!
Wolf.
This is one of the better hands Wolf has played. It's not amazing.
Ace King 7-4 double suited is going to put in the 3-bet.
Yeah, not amazing, but it's not bad. And it's interesting because, wow, Hollywood, it's not a
Mike
hand
D.
Hollywood continues with. Somebody else has that hand, they might continue with that.
I just want to say, Mike D's got, the picture of, plate of tacos as his profile pic, and that's wonderful.
Yeah. Oh, this is interesting, too, because it looks like I didn't see Mike D had open, but obviously once I figured out, yeah.
Mike D opens to 75
And folds.
and is going to throw it away. Shows
yeah,
Ace
that's
King,
true.
shows
The
the
best
Ace King.
The best strategy is not necessarily
See? Guys, once again, blunt force trauma, and it
Yeah.
worked.
some good moves by Wolf. I mean, that's a you
He's lost all the times that he just called down.
Yeah.
Every time that he was the aggressor,
He's
it
won.
was good.
yeah, and you
It's
just think like,
science.
oh, maybe he doesn't win huge pots, but he's won 3 or 4 pots that same way where he's picked up an easy $80 to $100.
It's easy, guys. Just
That yeah. it's
fold
easy.
the hold'em game, fold the 2-card poker, show. Find yourself
know,
your
I've never
local
played
4-card poker game,
Yeah, I mean that's
and
part.
just say pot
Yeah.
until
Yeah.
you pot till you profit. That's a strategy.
Brock, if you're asking Jake, he's gonna tell you yes all the time. Bet, bet.
Yeah.
But I mean that's a huge thing.
Keep
of
putting the monies
PLO is you don't necessarily even less you can win with the best, the worst hand.
You pot till you profit.
Yeah.
I like that.
All right, Wolf on the button. I
He's
would
through to a
be
flush.
surprised if we were not going to see a raise here. Yep.
There it is.
Pot
Open
take
is
profit or
65.
get broke, but yeah. And he's taking it down. It looks like not a ton of. Maybe.
Julian's
Wow, Julian's
not
never folding the hand.
Julian
I
will
wonder
3-bet?
if Julian is just going to call here.
He's out of position probably. There's a 3-bet. Thank
Yeah.
you. 3-bet to 210.
Look, I think Wolf is going to fold. No! Not only
No,
did he not
Wolf's not
fold,
folding.
he didn't even think about it.
No, you can't win if
No,
you
I
if
went
you
against the
fold.
grain there, and I was like, I think it was folding.
And the flop
I was
is Jack
completely
Jack
wrong.
8 with clubs.
And Wolf's probably going to get it all in here.
Top trips
honestly-
versus flush draw.
Yeah, if you're, I can see them getting it all in here. 165, 180 into 440, all in.
All in
Not
and
a
the
huge
call.
surprise. Yeah, snap call. I have 3 jacks.
And Julian
How many
smiling.
times are we going to run it?
The wolf
Look
is
at Ju-
blocking himself.
Oh, Julian
Julian-
just ended it. Yep, the first one's over. And the
And
second,
the second
one's
one's
over.
And the NorCal PLO prodigy, Mr. NorCal Jew, scooping the pot.
It's not been the best night for Wolf. Especially when you run it twice and you get full housed twice. Right? Both of the times with the queen, right?
What happened? I got voted.
Yeah.
The bad man voted me.
Yeah. Well, Wolf, I hope we see Wolf on the stream again. Obviously, he's got a great picture.
One of the best.
One of the best pictures.
He's one of the good
You know,
guys
he
here in
also
NorCal
is one of the
Poker.
pictures of himself, not tacos or cats.
I like the tacos and I like
Yeah,
the cats.
Fine. I don't dislike the tacos or the cats, but
But I get what you're saying. But he's got a real profile pic and
yeah,
it's good.
So
They quit letting me use my real profile pic.
oh yeah.
I had one of my earlier, younger modeling
Oh,
pics.
you can't trick the
Whatever.
the people, right?
It was a real picture of me.
Yeah.
People didn't believe that
No,
it was
wait.
me.
It's just like in the same way you can't use like a really old picture for like a dating profile, right? Come on.
That
The
was
Twitch
the- yeah,
users need
that
to
was the
know what you
objection.
look like right now.
They can watch the
not
stream and know what I look
5
like.
years ago. You'd be surprised how
I'm
much
giving them more information.
time passes. It looks like there's a chip in that seat, so maybe we haven't seen the last of Wolf.
Snail Waddle, welcome to the stream.
Another one bites the dust.
55 10 20 PLO. Free money here at Stone's Gambling Hall.
Parker tables. When satellite yesterday, on the other hand, I have a limited bankroll.
It's
Told you
9:31.
it's
Do you know where your children are? Hollywood, play a hand, goddammit. Thank you.
Yeah, all right. I mean, he's on the
And
button,
just-
and he's
we
got a
could
suited ace.
raise, we could
I
raise. We're
was
double
thinking
suited.
if we had
just-
seen that hand before, we probably could have assumed he was going to win. Or play it. Yeah.
Julian will complete. Taylor's going to check his option, and we got a three-way limp pot. King 10-7.
Just based on how little everyone else has of this flop, my guess is Julian might have the best of it. Although Mike M has picked up a flush draw, not a great flush draw. But looks like he's going to bet. Did he check or did he bet? Oh, I
bet.
think he checked. And then Julian bet.
Julian bet.
Yeah. It's a cash win. Cash win. Bam. Right? There we go.
Hollywood is going to stare down his nut 10, already knowing that he's not going to hero, and then finally fold. And the money just keeps going to Julian. No, it's a 4K.
Yeah. So Mike M, Hollywood, Mike D. See, like Mike D's at 565 now. What?
And mind you, this is table stakes, so if you wanted to jump in this game now, you can buy in to up to the largest stack. So you can sit down with 4K and just stack someone if you want.
Yes.
It's easy. It's an optimal strategy.
Yeah, just
sit
simple.
down,
Buy
table
in for
max.
4K, win a hand, you're done. Turn around and go home.
And just
I don't
cooler
know what the
someone.
States, but agents here play super tight and cash. I know. Yeah, we got about 27 minutes left in the 5-5 PLO game. That seat's probably going to get filled soon, but right now we're playing 7-handed, which is pretty fantastic.
I like it.
7-handed's pretty huge, especially if you're getting the double straddles. The first guy to act is like going to be the button or close to the button. Pretty close. I think Hollywood gets another suited ace. Not interested. We might see one of the... No, there's a few limps, so we're not going to get along. Someone loan me 4K. I'll play like Wolf and kill it.
King
No,
Jack
that's the
check
thing,
eight.
is PLO's a swinging game. Wolf could just as easily had
Yeah, 1-6.
won $4,000 as opposed to lost whatever he lost.
Julian's going to complete the King Jack check 8 with a suit. Taylor will say yes, the Ace King 10-5, and away we go. King Queen 4, 2 spades. Julian flops a king and a spade draw.
I mean, you don't hate it in that spot.
It checks him Matty, and he's going to try to pick up the pot. We've got 9 high and nothing else going
Julian's
for us.
for sure calling.
One of our best hands to bluff with.
Taylor might call here too. Maybe not.
I don't think Taylor's going to overcall. If Julian had found a fold somehow, then I think Taylor keeps him honest, obviously. Overcalling here is a bit more optimistic with no backdoor draw. He is going to call with the Ace-King. Turn 6.
0. Whoa!
Check.
Matt actually gains a small amount of outs that could help him win, and yeah. What is that? King, Jack, Ace.
Ace
King.
comes off.
Taylor's going to win.
Taylor makes top 2.
Well, he has the best hand. He might not win the hand, but he is the
Julian's got the Jack blockers, but this hand didn't play in the way in which, Actually,
It's gonna be really hard for Taylor
Julian
to
can
bet.
easily have the Jack 10 here, and he's got 2 jacks in his hand.
I like the bet.
He's going to take the
because,
blockers.
Yeah. This
He's
is
going to bet
another place
175.
where blockers. He's probably betting because he's assuming no one has a jack.
Yeah, and King Jack's really good here.
You know, but it's in PLO. So often people play an ace. I think it's hard to bet that. And Taylor makes a call with Ace King, 2 pair. I like this. We have it booked in chat that if Nikki B wins the Sunday Million, he's gonna hook the Brock up. Yeah. I mean, I
Ship
think
it.
your shot's pretty good here, Brock. Like he's in Malaysia.
I like that as a prerequisite. If I win the Sunday Million.
Yeah. Then so and so will be
You
done.
could promise a lot of things
Oh,
to a lot
that's
of
like-
people with on the contingent that if I win the Sunday Million.
Yeah, sure. That's right. And it looks like Ray Harrington. Same last name.
Yeah.
Just sat down in the dealer box. You know what I noticed? They're not doing bomb pots.
No, well, it's PLO.
Maybe it's PLO, but
PLO bomb pots
could
are
be
even
kind of
better.
fun. Yeah.
PLO bomb pots are wonderful.
The biggest pot I ever won at Stones was a PLO bomb pot.
The last time we had a PLO 8 stream, the one Bart Hansen was in,
Yeah.
the stream it was playing fine, and then we started doing PLO 8 bomb pots. That was insane. That game, the game like jumped right out of the mud, and away it went.
Yeah. I mean, that you're gonna get some swingy hands.
Oh yeah, people make the most awkward 2-pair, 3-pair type hands.
Yeah.
No one has a range. Everyone's just got like some weird, like crappy
Yeah.
low draw.
That's hilarious.
Everyone's
think
got
it's
the
great,
emergency
though.
low. Everyone always flop 2-pair in an,
Yeah,
in
like,
an
oh, I have
emergency low.
deuce 7 for the low.
Yeah.
Give me half of that money. Mailman took Wolf's seat. We'll see if he
Interesting.
can do a little bit better than Wolf did. I mean, I hope everybody does better than Wolf did because he did not have
Right.
not
We're never rooting
not have a
against
great
someone.
time.
I mean,
Yeah,
we're rooting
sure.
for coolers.
I
We
want Wolf to like be at the table, like had moved to some other table. He's playing like 1-3 now and just killing it.
I want Wolf to win the Sunday Million.
Yeah, quick Wolf. Let's W Coop Maine, right? Isn't that what's this Sunday? It's not even the Sunday Million. Oh, but do they still do the Sunday Million when
I
the
don't know.
W Coop is on? I don't know.
I don't know. Stars block me.
Just
I can't.
win
I
one
don't
of
know.
those things. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Some Sundays. Yeah, I missed that part of Stars, the big Sunday tournaments. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We've still got 20 minutes left in our stream.
Plenty of time to cooler someone.
5-5 PLO, and the action's amped up, or did amp up a little bit. It looks like the double straddle, has not happened yet. Mailman
Poker Pro Eric, we don't care what you're watching on TV. Just put it
watching
away.
BattleBots. You know what? There's a new show now. It's robots that basically play a game. It's not even BattleBots. They're not fighting each other. They basically play like a MOBA style game with robots, where there's like targets they have to hit. So that one robot's like a shooter robot, the other one's like blocking for it or whatever. It's crazy.
Man.
It's craziness. It's on Twitch sometimes. I like, it's nuts. It might also be called BattleBots, but I think it's something else. But I saw it on Twitch. It's insane. There's this thing in the middle, and they're literally there's like a laser sight. So one guy's controlling the laser sight on the robot and like knocking these things out. It's crazy.
Mailman's gonna step out here and make it 35 to go with a 9976.
So he didn't want to straddle,
Because
so that he
reasons?
could open with the 9976. Bam. The real straddle, the straddle that you looked at and does not have action.
It actually might. I wonder if it actually is a straddle here. No.
No, but it's at 35. Like
It's
I
It's
guess
open at 35.
theoretically it could've-
9976. Okay,
Okay.
here we go. Rainbow.
Seven-handed, and he wants to gamble a little bit. Again, I mean, maybe it's not the best decision pre-flop, but it's a hand that's really easy to get away from.
Magician 366. Welcome to the stream.
Ooh, Julian. Oh!
And then the 9976 comes through.
Oh! Is he going to check, too? He might get some action here because Taylor's got 3/8.
This might be problems. Case 8, case 8,
Oh,
case
man.
8. I'm just kidding. I'm not rooting against anyone.
You know, this is where something that happened earlier kind of comes into play. I won't say it till after this hand, but yeah. I'm glad I didn't mention anything. Ooh. I mean, it's hard. It's going to be hard for Mailman to lose. Did they both check the turn?
Ace comes off on the river. Doesn't change anything.
1, 2, 10.
Makes it less likely
Mailman's-
for anyone to have ace 8
What's up, Magic Man?
with a second ace coming off.
66. Taylor's gonna be in trouble. I don't know. I think the double aces could make it easier for him to get away from this. Because, like I said, I think often people have aces in their hand.
We lose to trip aces now.
Yeah. I mean, if there's ever a card, it's the same one like you said in high-low, a deuce or an ace. Usually, you're assuming someone has those in their hand.
People
Yeah,
don't fold
exactly.
those. Yeah, especially
Yeah.
in limit
So
games.
in this situation, in PLO high, you still like if you see 2 aces, you might assume that somebody has a piece of that
Yeah,
for sure.
I concur.
And Taylor makes a good fold.
So we're waiting for a new shooter here to get into seat 8.
I don't know if we're gonna get one in the next 20 minutes.
Right now, it is 6 max. We're now playing 6 max.
Oh right, because
5-5-10.
Julian is up.
The straddle is off, or the double straddle is off, but we are straddling here. So it's
Yeah.
5-5-10, 6 max. PLO, Stones Live Poker.
If people are opting out of the straddle, then I don't see Hollywood being
Well,
double
when
straddling.
we're playing 6-handed,
Yeah.
and we're playing short like this, double straddling I don't think it's necessary. I think we're just playing 6-handed. We
Oh,
should
wow.
get plenty of action.
Hollywood does the typical thing. It actually made me think he was going to play the hand, but he was tipping. So he just tossed a dollar under his card and
One of
slid
the
it
rare
into the
players
muck.
that you see that will tip the dealer as he folds.
He's just having a good time.
He's a good
Hollywood
guy.
comes out, hangs out. He plays some hands, but I think he's more here. He's enjoying the stream, having some fun.
He likes the TV time. Hollywood likes to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Open to 35 from Mike D with the Ace King Queen
Oh.
7 double suited.
See ya, Nicky B.
Mailman's going to defend. And it comes down Queen Jack 3 with 2 spades. Can't see Mailman's holdings yet.
It says Mailman's down 2.5. I think that has to do with the seat, probably. I don't think he's down 2.5.
It's probably
That's got to
just-
be a mix of him and Wolf.
Of the seat, yeah, I
Yeah.
concur. Mailman flops top 2. Mailman flops 3 pair. I checked that. 3 pair for Mailman.
We've seen how 3 pair can turn out. Although
Should
3
see a
pair does
raise.
beat 1 pair. I don't think Mike D led though. I don't think he's going to continue. Maybe he'll continue. But what kind of turn are you hoping for? I could see Mike D continuing in a spot where that Jack of Hearts is actually a Jack of Diamonds, right? Like maybe with the back door, your heads
Yeah.
up, maybe. Even then, it's still kind of a loose call, but
Mailman will show the 3 pair. He doesn't show the other card like that changes something somehow. Like that other card is top secret.
yeah. This is funny. Canadian full house, a hold'em hand in which you have 3 pairs. The hand is worthless despite looking very good, and the player holding a Canadian full house will usually jokingly try to take the pot with it. That's true. That's true. So Wolf is down 2,500 in that seat rate.
We
Pretty
believe
close.
that's correct. We
Wolf
think
was
that's
down
about right.
1,500, and then he lost about 400 or 500 more. So it's probably somewhere in the vicinity of 2,000.
Somewhere in that window.
Maybe a little bit more than that. Because I don't think Mailman's played very many hands from that spot, so I doubt he's lost 500.
No, Mailman's not stuck that far.
Yeah. Mailman did fold the one big hand he had to Mike M, who is up there with our winners today. Mike M, looks like Mike M, this looks more realistic. Did Mike D lose a hand? I'm not sure. Mike M up 1,000, Hollywood up 600, Mike D up 500, and then Matt H, Julian, Mailman, Taylor, Wolf, they're all down. Oh, Mailman's out there twice. That makes sense. Excuse me. So half the table is up and half the table is down. But you play several hours of 5-5 PLO if you're only down $35 or $100, even $700. Not that bad.
Not that bad.
I mean, even 1,000 if you're being honest. Like this
Which
game
we
could go
rarely
nuts.
are with
Yeah,
ourselves.
I mean,
Ace
basically
Queen
5 or 3.
7. Hollywood flops bottom 2. Mike M bricks out.
Yeah,
So we bluff.
obviously. Well, if there's
We have
somebody
no
to bluff
showdown.
against Hollywood, yeah.
It's a good spot to bluff. Hollywood's gonna probably fold, overfold. In this case, with bottom 2, we know he's not folding.
Yeah,
Or
2
the 9
pair.
high. We gotta take a stab at
but
it
he
sometimes.
might fold to 2 bets.
And Mike M's gonna pick up a little bit here. Turn an open-ended straight draw
Oh, he checks.
and a pair.
From this angle, it looked like Mike M was falling asleep for a second.
A little straight wrap here from Mike M.
Yeah.
He's going to bet 125.
It is. The board's getting scarier for Hollywood. I mean, the board as it stands right now, maybe not.
I don't think we can fold,
But you don't even
yet.
have an ace. Like, you have Queen 7. I don't know. I think if you're calling the flop, you can probably call the turn.
And then with intention, just like folding river.
Yeah, it's hard, though, because I think when you make a habit of check calling, it's very easy for the people to either get value or get you to fold, right?
At the same time, when someone like check calls, it oftentimes looks like they're trying to get a showdown.
Yeah.
So people oftentimes will rarely bet river without some semblance of
Right,
hand.
true.
It's
So
just
Mike
when
would
there's-
check
and there
if
was
you
no
break-
real front door
if you
draw.
break the river.
Other than, like the front door like Broadway wrap.
Yeah.
So like if Hollywood goes check call, you can probably confidently check fold river if our opponent goes 3 streets there.
Yeah.
But oftentimes when we call the turn there, it will go check river a lot.
Yeah.
And we probably got to watch out for straight cards or spades that back door.
Right.
But I think we can still call the turn there, and then just check river. And if the opponent bets, okay, he's got it. But when it goes check, I think we're going to win frequently enough. So I think we can call there. Not loving it, but I think folding is a little bit passive. But then again, I don't.
Hollywood
like
is a little bit passive.
Little
I mean,
bit.
that would be his book. His PLO book would be like
Frenchie's-
fold it, and look nice.
Frenchie78 asks when the next PLO stream is. I'm not sure. Maybe Justin Caritas can get back to you on that one. I know the next
I would
stream
say
that
it's
we're
about a
having
month.
is 100-200 limit on Monday.
That's Monday?
Monday's
Wow.
100-200.
Who's casting that? I'm jealous.
Who's commentating? I'm not sure. I don't know. I probably didn't
Justin,
check the
put me
schedule.
on that.
Yeah.
Limit hold'em.
Limit hold'em.
I love limit
100,
hold'em.
200.
100, 200 limit hold'em. Ah, limit hold'em. The best.
Aces for Mike D. Ace, Queen, 8. He's got a suit, not a suited ace.
Yeah, 100, 200 limit. That's going to be... And Frenchie, I would say we average a 5-5 PLO game about once every month and a half? 2 months?
I think we're doing once a month.
Once a month? Okay, yeah.
But we're also mixing in some PLO 8. Some,
PLO 8's been in there. Oh, that's true.
PLO
Yeah, that's what we did.
yeah,
So
We're-
some
we're-
4-card poker,
4-card poker
once a month.
Once, maybe twice a month.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Julian's going to come along here with the King 8-6-5. What? Yeah, King 8-6-5. And it comes down Jack 6-2 diamonds.
Yeah. And this hand should probably be over pretty quick. Check.
Check. Yeah. 10 of hearts comes off, giving Julian flush draw to go along with a pair of 6s.
PLO 8 is cool.
Everyone who's in the know says that's the place to go. 7 doesn't change anything, and Mike's aces hold
Pretty
up.
Uneventful hand. Frenchie, 10-11. So that says October 11th is the next PLO?
I don't know.
That's what
There we
looks
go.
like what it says, yeah. I mean, yeah, so that's like once a month. Pretty good. What is it? Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a long wait, but there's plenty of streams to keep you company until then because that is Stones Live Poker Fall Classic.
Coming up,
Stones
September 29th
Live.
through October 8th.
Oh,
Guest
okay.
commentators Jonathan Little, Annette Oberstad, David Tuckman, and Justin Hammer.
Justin Hammer.
I'm not familiar
Great
with Justin Hammer. I feel like I should be.
He works with Matt Savage at Commerce now, tournament director.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he used to be at Aria, I think.
Oh.
Actually, almost positive he was at Aria, yeah. And then, now he's up in Commerce most of the time. And, doing great things.
AO.2, we also love PLO 8, and we play it. We spread it. It's good.
A fan. Big fan.
Big fan.
We have, let's see, about 10 minutes left in the stream.
New shooter now in seat 2.
We're getting him.
Taylor got up, and I believe that's HT. If I'm not mistaken, I might recognize him.
I was
It
gonna say,
is.
just like if he doesn't put his face up, and it's just an
think-
Asian guy with a king's hat. Is that JT?
JC.
Trent. Although there's probably a lot of Asian guys with king's hats in the
It is
Sacramento
Sacramento
area.
Frequenting the card room.
Also
circuit.
known as HT, is that what you said his name?
HT, yeah,
HT.
Hennessy.
Okay, I am familiar with him. I have seen him around.
Bacon TT7, welcome to stream.
Well, he's under the gun
Harlan.
because he's got 10 minutes to make the stream love him.
There we go.
You only got 10 minutes of airtime.
Make it matter.
Yeah, he's in there, first hand. Ace King 3. He's gonna bink a wheel on the turn, but he's probably not gonna even get to the turn.
7-5
Although that
deuce.
seems like a reasonable board to have.
Check through.
No one bet.
As soon as you say that,
Mike D.
Mike D.
Well, we don't
No,
know
we
what
can't
Mike
see
D
his cards,
has.
yeah.
So,
We probably have
given
the
what
set.
other people have, Mike D could easily have like.
set of 7s, set of 5s.
I'm gonna go like
4,
6,
6,
8, 9. Yeah, 6, 8, 9.
6, 8, 9.
He made it 40 or $50. He bet pot.
6, 8, 9 with a double backdoor flush draw. That's what I want to
Well,
say.
we're probably never gonna see it because I don't think anybody's calling.
Ah.
Maybe we'll see it when he's about to fold. No. All right. Well, let's just say he had 3 7s in his hand and had a set of 6. No, I'm just kidding. That's what we're gonna guess.
Rolled up.
I feel like it's probably not a safe guess.
Bacon 27, when you see me Monday playing the PLO ring event. I'm trying to clear my schedule to get to the PLO ring event.
I thought they said that was on Tuesday. Anyway,
I don't know.
My plan is I'm gonna be there.
I believe our friend Julian right there. I mean, Julian has a PLO ring, if I'm not mistaken, from the last circuit event at Tahoe.
Oh, nice.
Julian's got a PLO ring.
I would say, actually, I'm going to try to convince Justin to let me come back and do the 100, 200 limit stream.
There you go.
But if the PLO tournament's on Monday and I'm not here, I will be there.
They will know where you're at. If you guys want to meet the Brent Harrington, you'll know where to find
exactly.
him.
I'm also going to be out there working for WSOP during the main.
Nice.
So I'll be doing live updates for the main event there, if you guys are playing that. Jake is apparently retired from tournaments, although I'm pretty sure we're going to see him there.
You had me at, because there's a horse ring event and a PLO ring event, and non-hold'em variants are like, they're my kryptonite. Like, okay, like,
oh my gosh.
I
looked at both of those and I was like, what?
I'll break
Give
my
me a
tournament
break.
self-ban.
And they're not the like 120 buy-ins.
No,
like
no, no,
365s,
ring events.
like
It's
legitimate buy-ins. It's pretty awesome. All right, so we only got like 8 minutes left of poker here, so we'll try to stay focused. We got a little carried away.
No promises.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, there's 0 promises. That's the name of my book. 0 promises. Let's see. It's on Monday. Okay, so confirmed it's on Monday. All right, well, maybe I'll just have to watch the 100, 200 stream on
Ace TV.
the cameras on the tables.
No cameras. We use RFID cards.
Oh,
and
yeah, for the
readers.
cards.
You see the little diamond logos or emblems all around the table? There's an antenna underneath the table there. Picks up the signal from the microchip inside the cards. Feeds it back to our software, blah, 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 blah. Reasons,
It's magic.
And we... Actually, the guys in the back are just guessing what people's cards are, and they're really good. They're really good at it.
It'd be awesome. They're like, oh, let's see. You know, like 4 of the best range pros
Yeah, just
in the
like
entire league. They're like,
breaking it
oh, I
down.
feel like this is it. Although I don't know that they would get it up
Snap
that
breaking
fast.
it down.
Yeah.
Just like all
It's
over
probably a
it.
collection of 4 people who could maybe get pretty close, but not right away. Mailman gets up in there. $75. 75 cool ones.
Nice. 75.
Yes, last hand of the night should be a bomb pot.
I agree.
Yeah, you know what? I think there should be more PLO bomb pots for sure.
They are the best.
We haven't had them. It's been a good night though. A lot of money has exchanged hands.
The double straddle's back
Even
on for this hand.
without the bomb pots, we've gotten some pretty decent sized pots. But you get it with a bomb pot though. It's probably like that 3-4-way action kind of thing that I think it's all right. But
It's a lot of fun. It's a mess.
it's PLO high. I mean,
It's a lot. Yeah. Anytime you can get people, in the pot, with that much money, and
Yeah.
you can immediately, you get a $50 bomb pot, you can immediately just like pot it for 400.
right? It's kind of insane.
People just like
Your first bet is huge.
someone
yeah.
gets stacked. Always. Someone always gets stacked. That's the dangerous thing about a bomb pot.
Yeah.
If you have a list and the game's gonna keep going, bomb pots are fun. Bomb pots are cool. You don't want to run the risk of breaking the game sometimes.
Yeah.
So
Well, I would say like the bomb pot was. I think I played PLO like one night after the stream, and it was 5-5, and we did a bomb pot, and I had bottom set, and I won a huge pot. Not like a Harlan huge pot, but like like a $2,000
nice
pot. Yeah.
Nice pot.
And it was like bet or like pot call. I called. Some guy went all in for like 700, and then everybody else folded, and I
you're
was
like,
like never gonna fold.
crap, yeah,
I'm like I
actually.
don't love it, but I'm never folding. So
Yeah.
And he happened to have like Broadway blockers or whatever. which I guess was a good raise by him. But
Ace TV, there was a double straddle. It was 5-5, 10, 20. So he was able to open to 75.
yeah,
Sorry.
that's been pretty standard.
Yeah,
10,
the
10.
double straddles have been on.
Julian G is on the button, raises to 40. Matt H and Mike D come along. Matt H,
Middle set.
good spot. I mean, flopping middle set on
This is
a rainbow board.
double paired, double suited hand. Plays pretty well. We overset people.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of turn cards you love too. The 4 of hearts isn't one of them, but you don't hate it. You like.
Yeah,
you're perfectly happy
it wasn't
with that
a king.
as
It wasn't
card.
a king, jack, or 10. So
Yeah.
we're still effectively nutted here, as far as we're concerned.
No money in the pot yet, and I don't think he's gonna get action from anybody here. I mean, it's unfortunate, but whatever.
That's 115.
Can't believe he didn't 3-bet.
And Julian's going to give him some loose action, a little bit of love. These guys go way back.
Queen Jack 5.
Julian Rivers a flush draw.
River's a flush draw.
Hold drawing.
4 of hearts is okay too. Yeah, I mean, you love it because it says there's going to be no flush. You have a set. You're happy it doesn't connect any straights. Obviously, it could theoretically put 3-5 in that range, but not a lot of people are going to have 3-5 in a PLO high game. They will sometimes.
Sometimes they will. In a high-low game, then it's obviously it's a whole other
In
whole
a
other
high-low
story.
game, you're staying as far away
I mean,
from this
yeah.
board as possible.
3-5, 4-3,
You're
deuce
like,
3.
wait, ace 2, 3, 4, 5?
Well, we lose to ace 3 as well.
Yeah.
And someone can have ace 3 here. Matt bets 250.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, ace 3 is for sure a thing. Like a suited ace 3, we've seen that a bunch.
Julian's thinking hero. Does he want to look like
Is
that
he,
much of a...
is he thinking hero, or is he thinking just, oh, wait, he has a queen. Okay, I was like, are you really just going to call there? I don't think
No.
he's ever just going to call there. I don't think he's going to do anything but fold there, but he's got that 6 blocker.
He's got
Yeah.
a 6 blocker.
You know what? It's funny. We were playing like a mixed game, and someone did that where they got all in. It was like PLO 8, and they got all in for like a really big pot, and he showed me like 6s, and he was like, oh, I had blockers, and he like literally had nothing else. Like he had no hand. I don't remember the specifics.
He
but
read my book.
It was just like, what is happening? You have nothing. Like everyone was just like, it was a kind of game where we all know each other, so everyone was just flat out laughing at this guy, like making fun of him completely for the next. So that what became a thing. Like, oh, I have blockers. So like, if you ever make a bad play, or a play that somebody might perceive as bad.
New shooter in
Toss
CD.
it in.
Is that
Is it
Anthony?
Dave?
No.
Or no, not Dave.
Thought it might have
I
been
don't know.
Anthony, but it's not.
No, I didn't even recognize Julian. Yeah. Well, I mean, a great majority of the shots we see the back of Julian's head, so it'd be hard to recognize him.
Yeah.
Although there's another angle from the other side, right?
5-5-10. The double straddle is not on this hand. Hollywood under the gun.
Gonna fold.
It's gonna find the fold.
This so we have this, and then I guess like one more hand, I think, depending on how long this one takes.
Depending on how long this takes. Seat 8. Still looking for some identification on.
The mysterious seat 8 folds. The only hand he's probably playing on the stream today. Mike M. in position with if you're the first one in the pot, King 10, 8-8, doesn't look too bad.
It's not the worst.
I mean, no one else is raised. Julian's
Julian's gonna 3-bet. He feels that Mike M's opening pretty light.
Did he just
And or
call?
he just has a good hand. Oh, he
Oh no, he
he
definitely 3-betted. Yeah, okay.
Makes it 125 to go.
It's lagging a little bit behind. I think. Yeah, Mike's folding. All right. We didn't actually see what Julian had, but it's probably pretty reasonable to assume he had like a suited ace or something like that. Maybe.
7, 8, 9, 10 double suited.
Yeah, why not? He looks like Pierce Brosnan. Next up, I think this is the last one. Oh no, there he is. That was the last hand. So very uneventful last hand, but a fun night.
What a good night. Yeah,
Together,
a lot
yeah.
of fun.
I think the only person
Smash
who
up.
didn't have fun tonight was Wolf, unfortunately.
He had a rough go of
Hopefully
it.
it runs better next time for Wolf on the stream.
I
for
like
sure.
that people weren't just like sometimes it's a headache when people get in this game and they start like limping too much. We had enough, aggressive players,
Yeah,
solid
there was
players
like
in this game.
no limping.
Which is
That's
like,
true.
thank God. All right.
And
so-
the double straddle,
and the
actually,
double
it
straddle
opened
is
up
good.
things a lot.
Yeah,
for sure.
short-handed double straddle, it's a mess. We
Yeah,
love it.
it's hard to get big pots if there's not a lot of pre-flop action.
Yeah.
And then you check most flops. Like,
Yeah, it's just
then
a
it's like
mess.
your first turn bet's only like $40. So
Don't forget our 250K guarantee Stones Fall Classic
Boom.
coming up September 29th through October 8th.
you got Omaha, Bounty Knockout Tournament, 6 Max,
It's a mess. I can't wait.
everything. You got tons of stuff. It's going to be
with
great.
Guest commentators Jonathan Little, Annette Oberstad, David Tuckman, and Justin Hammer. And then
Next
Stones
stream,
Live
Monday.
is 100, 200 limit hold'em.
200.
100,
It should be
200.
fun.
It's gonna be
I
good.
didn't. I know they've played that before. I
we've done it
didn't
before.
watch it
It
before.
plays really well.
But I definitely want to check it out. So,
All right, guys, that's our show for tonight.
yeah.
Brent,
Thanks for
again,
tuning
brother?
in. Oh, we're
You
gonna do that.
Nice.
Hey,
All right. Peace.
It's gonna be our trademark from now on. See you guys.
She's going crazy, the only way she's ever known. I can't explain it, the way she gets into the zone. But when she's got that love, it's the one and only way to go.
Inside Stone's Gambling Hall in Sacramento, California, you'll find Sammy's Restaurant and Bar. Recognized for its innovative, healthy global cuisine, Sammy's offers menu selections made with local, organic ingredients. Indulgent options like truffle fries, duck tacos, artisan wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, and more, along with an eclectic selection of craft beers and classic handcrafted cocktails. Plus, with 40 big screen TVs, Sammy's is also the perfect place to catch your favorite game. Satisfy your craving anytime, 24/7, tableside or in the dining room at Sammy's Restaurant and Bar at Stone's Gambling Hall.